Hey, what's up, my man?
What's cracking, Colin? I love your intro music.
I have to give a shout out to Josh Pavitt for that, man. Josh put that together for me. So
the
shouts out.
music as well. He did the music as well, didn't
Yeah, yeah.
Far out.
And
Well done,
he
Josh.
did
Yeah,
he did it for a great price too. It was very reasonable. So yeah, anybody, if you need anything like that done, Josh is your man. He's good at what he does. But yeah, so what's up? It's been a long time. It's been a really long time since I've done one of these. Since I've talked Spurs with anybody.
We've
And
missed you, buddy. We've missed you.
It's really good to be back. Really good to be back. So shoot, look at who we got in the comments already. Just want to shout out
straight
Cody
off the
Mack. Hey, very good to see you, Cody Mack. Very good.
Cody. Come in, bro. Come and say hi.
Yeah, come on in and say hi. Was that your Cody impression, by the way?
No, it's back in the day. Cody when I used to go on Tottenham Tantrum Gold, and he was on, and we were debating something, and I was over talking and getting rowdy as I do. You know what I'm like. And Cody was trying to shut me up for a minute so he could get his point across, and I was like, nah, nah, nah. And he was like, Sean.
That's honestly, I feel like that's a good Cody impression. I think that's pretty classy. Yeah, that's pretty spot on. But man, so Tottenham have already made a signing, and it's only June 4th. Like, what's that? I mean, I'm not even sure what to think. I know that it's not exactly like a marquee signing, but Perisic is a good player. Yeah,
I think it's a marquee signing. I think this guy's going to revolutionize us. I think he's going to fill a hole. He can play in like 4 positions within. And like people think because he's 33 that he's not going to have the legs. Maybe he won't. Maybe at 34 he won't. We'll see what happens. But in his last season at Inter last year, he was fucking brilliant, absolutely amazing. And we need help in that left wing back spot. We need help in the left. Well, we don't need help in the left wing forward spot, but he can play on the right wing back spot as well. I think he's going to be. I think he is a marquee signing. I think he's brilliant.
Well, I'm glad that you're so excited because I honestly, I'll be completely honest, I haven't seen him play very much, but I've only heard good things. Yeah. I like the fact that he's a versatile player. He can he can play, like you said, in the forward line. But I'm really excited to see him and Sonny on that left side.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be pretty dangerous. But I think that means we definitely need a better left-sided center back to cover, because I think he's going to spend a lot of his time, up the pitch.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and the left-sided centre back role is there's a lot of debate about it, right? Like, obviously, we're talking to Bastoni yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I did a show with Kuva and Will, THFC Rants, and we used FB refs to compare and contrast Ben Davies with the top 5 left-sided centre-backs that we've been linked with. So Bastoni, Gvardiol, Jostic Gvardiol from Leipzig, Pau Torres from Villarreal, Sven Botman from Lille, and Clement Lenglet, this guy from Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
And we spent like 3 hours looking at all the stats on FB refs.
I'm kind of excited to hear. What did you guys find out? How did Ben Davies compare?
He was essentially, Pau Torres was the really disappointing guy, right? We looked at over the last 2.5 years, and it was mainly domestic stuff, but we looked at the last 2.5 years and we compared them all on passing stats, on distribution, on defensive tackles and pressures, and all the things that you would want out of a, hey Al, big up Al, out of a left-sided centre back. And Ben Davies essentially came 5th, right? Out of, like, overall, if you were to kind of go, okay, on everything, here's what you say. Sven Botman is like 6'5", and he plays for Lille, but
I don't think he's very mobile. He's not very mobile, is he? He's
not very mobile. He does very little creatively. He doesn't run with the ball. He doesn't pass it much, apart from sideways. But he's brilliant at tackling. He's brilliant in the air, and if that's all you want from a centre back, then great. But I don't think that's what you want from a left-sided centre back. I think that's what you would want from a central centre back, maybe. So for me, we all agreed that we would write him off. Hey! Wowzers.
We got
Hello,
a crew.
Shawnee boy.
We got a crew. Hey, Al, how are you?
Yeah, up and down at the moment, mate. Up and down a bit. I want to sleep 1 minute, and the next minute I'm awake, wide awake, and all over the place.
Not good. You gotta get that sleep schedule back on track, my man.
Yeah. Why is that? What's causing that, Al?
I don't know, mate. I think I've had an infection this last week that I've tried to sort of get rid of myself rather than keep phoning the doctors up, because I'm getting fed up with phoning them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
it's not easy to get an appointment either, is it?
yeah, no.
See, I'm still kind of not super clued in to the health system over there. I know that it's very different to what we have here, but
it's been poor, Colin, since COVID, really.
Yeah.
Are they just stretched thin or what?
Yeah.
It's not poor in the sense that the amount of NHS are working, but it's very hard to get doctor's appointments. It's harder to get doctor's appointments nowadays rather than,
Doctors want to work from home. Everyone wants an appointment. At best, you're going to get a telephone appointment.
Yeah.
Which isn't great if you've got something like an infection, because a doctor's going to have to trust your word for it, and then
and then give you antibiotics and taking antibiotics.
Yeah. Well, you phone them. You phone them up, and a lot of the time they ask me to go and pay a visit to them. Well, the thing is, when I'm not well, the last thing I want to be doing is driving. And if my wife's not about, then I can't get there. It means I have to drive. And to be honest with you, so with my mobility problems, I just have the hassle of trying to get in there. And it just it's chaos. So.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I hope you get to feel better soon. I
popped on for a little while just so that you've got a bit of a panel.
Yeah, you're a good man. We've also got Alex Hilton in the house, Mr. Steak himself. What is up, my guy?
Steak as always.
Yes. I just wanted to tell you, too, that your avatar picture is golden. Chef's kiss. That is a wonderful picture there.
Is that a bottle of vodka in his picture, or is that a bottle of water? It's probably bottled water, isn't it?
It's bottled water. He's about 14 or 15 years old, isn't he?
No. I mean, the picture of Conte there eating a pizza or whatever he's having. I wonder what that is. How old are you? Alex?
Steak.
He gave it away once, Sean. He said a little while back. He said he was 16. He said it. We heard him.
We've got it now. We know how old you are, Alex.
We clipped it, bro.
So we got to be careful. We've got a minor in the group here, so we got to be on our best behavior.
Yeah.
But so you guys, how are you guys? We'll start with Al. How are you feeling about the Perisic signing? Does that make you pretty happy with it?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Perisic. The one thing with Perisic, he's got pace, and he's got that body strength. You know what I mean? He's got the body strength that is important. And I'm not being funny. There's not many Croatian players that have come to England that have really ever. I know Modric struggled in his first 8 or 9 months.
Yeah,
but
Croatians do really well in the UK.
Croatia do really well in England. You know what I mean? He's got such body strength. I mean, at the end of the day, he's the reason why England never got to the World Cup. One of the bigger reasons why England didn't get to the World Cup.
Didn't win the World Cup, you mean? Yeah.
Well, we didn't get. Well, we didn't get to the World Cup final, did we? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was the one that kind of he seemed to be there and about creating a lot of the hassle that in the end. Did he not get the equaliser?
I don't remember that, but I totally agree with you, Al. That Croatians, I can't think of a single Croatian that's ever come to the Premier League and that has failed or that hasn't settled. No. And Tottenham have had 5 or 4 and now a 5th, which is part of the reason why I actually am of the opinion. I was talking to Colin about this just before you guys came on. having done the analysis on the show yesterday,
Who was that defender? Who was the defender you rated over Bastoni?
Yeah, so Gvardiol, Jostic Gvardiol plays for Leipzig. He's 20 years old, and his stats were just. I know it's from the German league, and so
but Sean,
but his stats were absolutely insane, and he's Croatian, speaks English.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why we're not going after him.
And I'm not being funny, but and I'm really not being funny here, but I'd rather take a player from Germany than from Italy. If you're not. I know Kulusevski and Bentancur have done superb, great. But you know what I mean? There's been other players that have come over from Italy that just have struggled.
And this guy clearly doesn't want to come.
No.
You know, he doesn't want to come. He might be forced out, but you know,
do we want that? That doesn't seem like a good thing. You know?
Not when you read that he's just got his partner just had a baby. So like, you know, do they? Yeah, they mostly don't want to be.
He's happy in Inter. It's his boyhood club. He really doesn't want to go. If he comes, he's coming kicking and fucking screaming.
And his family.
Like it seems like a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah,
you ask me.
Another Undroppable moment. To be honest with you.
Yeah, he won't settle. Reguilón didn't settle. He left his wife behind or his girlfriend behind. You had 6 good months out of Reggie, and now it's just gone downhill ever since. I think you have to find players that you have to look for, and like you say, Al, and look at the mentality and do you want to come? Are you up for it? Because moving home at a young age is scary. I've done it. I did it twice, right? I moved from here to Australia, and then I left Australia to go to New York, and then left New York to come home. Like changing country of residence is stressful, and for me, Gvardiol looks like. Might be more risky because he's only 20, but in terms of his stats, it's insane how good he is.
I mean, we picked up a 20-year-old that's world class, and I'd say that he's close to that. And our defense is set for years. You know, we need to get. Obviously, I think Dier needs upgraded on, but maybe Conte disagrees with me. You know.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I think at the end of the day, I mean, sort of Davies, as I say, if weird thing is that if I was to vote on it this year, I think if we could only replace one or the other, I'd keep Davies and sort of upgrade on Dier.
Yeah.
But I don't
mind that either.
But I do feel because of I know it might sound silly, but the language side of things. But I think Dier might have actually been helping Romero. Because of he can speak the Latin, lingo. So it could help, and perhaps it might be an idea to keep him there to have that left-sided.
Or you go and get someone like De Vrij, who speaks. He's Dutch, but he speaks Italian. I think he speaks Spanish, and he obviously would speak English because he's Dutch.
Right.
So maybe De Vrij wouldn't be a bad shout, and you can get him 15 million, and you put him in the centre. Plus, he's 30, but he's been around the block. He'll be a steady head, and then if you could get like a Gvardiol or a Bastoni on the left, and then Romero on the right that are 21, 22, 23, whatever. You'd be nice to have someone in there that's better than Dier, but also mature, speaks the language, and also is
and good at leading the line. I think you need, as I say, because I mean, Dier has had one of his better seasons with us, but he has still had his problems on turning his back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, not being funny, if he hadn't turned his back on the Brighton goal, and we had kept it out. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have even had that worry against Norwich because we'd have already qualified for the Champions League. Unless we lost about 10-0 and Arsenal won 10-0, you know what I mean? So it was.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Hey, real quick, big up Tiago. Thanks for tuning in, man. I wish you could be on too, but you'll get on the next one for sure. And I also wanted to read out Born to Lose. His comment, I really like that.
Colin, if you want to put Tiago on for me, I don't mind because as I say, I'll come on to make sure you've got a panel.
Oh, Tiago says he's busy with school, so he can't jump on. But I appreciate you. You're a good man. And if you got to jump off, don't worry. Totally understand. I totally understand. But I basically, wanted to talk to you guys about potential offensive signings because so far we've been linked to defender after defender. And I know that we've got Son. I know that we've got Kane. I know we've got Kulu, and they're a solid trio. But we're going to be in the Champions League. We're going to be, competitive. I hope in the Champions League, and we're also going to want to be competitive in the Premier League. So it's like we're going to need some depth there, and it's looking like Stevie B's leaving.
No,
and,
I know. Totally agree with you, Colin. And as I say, I know it sounds really weird and so silly, but what we need to do is find that player that wants to come in and compete, right? Because there's not many out there that want to come in and compete because they know that it's going to be hard, even though they would get plenty of game time and perhaps, Kane and Son could take days off and it'd be lovely, to be able to think. But it's a case of, I think one of the reasons why Bergwijn wants to go is because he's not good enough to be like push Sonny out the way, and he's definitely not good enough to put Kane out of the game. So at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know how. I really don't know what strikers. I mean, I've commented on something on Twitter earlier. Someone put something about Conte really wants Lukaku. Yeah, Lukaku's going to really want to come and sit on the bench because he ain't as good as Kane.
Unless you played some kind of a weird 2 up top formation, you know what I mean? That could be interesting. Kane and Lukaku as a front two sounds insane to me. But then again,
or Son and Lukaku, and then Kane in a 10, right? In a
3-5-2.
Yeah,
that actually sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
So it'll be.
But then you'll have
trouble
with Kulu. You'll have Kulusevski because Kulusevski ain't going to want to be sitting on the bench.
Yeah,
it's such a bloody. It's
a playmaker, isn't it?
I think the problem is, with Spurs, as far as I can make out, a lot of the money they get their wages, blah 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 blah. But a lot of the money they can get extra is through bonuses, and that's why I think they force do what they do to try and play. I don't know. I really don't.
Having a player as undroppable as and as when he wants to play, as phenomenal as Harry Kane is a blessing and a curse because and having Sonny as well, right? It's just one of those dilemmas where how are you going to convince? This is the thing I've been saying for ages. How are you going to convince somebody to come into Tottenham who's good enough to not make you wince when Kane is dropped, like when you had Vinicius, but so good enough to play, good enough to do a job, but also willing to participate in a squad rotation system where he knows he's only going to get 40% of the minutes. And for me, the obvious choice, and I don't even know if I like the idea myself, but the obvious choice of a candidate who can still do a job but is happy to play from the bench is Gareth Bale. Because you look at anybody else, Martinez. I know that's not going to happen. Dybala, I know it's not going to happen. But like Alexander Isak or Nunes or even like Saint-Maximin, they're not going to want to come and sit on the bench. But Gareth Bale would be okay with
Bale. I do agree with you about Bale. The only thing I worry about with Bale is will it cause trouble in training, right? And when I say that, Sean, I'm talking about there's no way Bale would be able to cope, I don't think, with the strenuous training that we do. Right? Because they must work hard in training because they've upped every possible stat possible, raised the speed, blah, blah, closing down and everything else. They're getting all over the pitch. Right? Apparently he's very strict in his training. Now, not being funny, I know things were a lot different with Ledley King. Right, and blah blah blah. What happened with Ledley King? Yeah, but can you imagine everyone going to training but Bale just jogging up and down the touchline, not able to do everything, and that could and earning an absolute fortune more than a lot of the players. It can bring in unhappiness, and you don't need that.
I completely agree. Yeah, I also don't even think it's not just about him. I genuinely would worry whether or not Gareth Bale just doesn't want to participate in. I saw notes today about Conte's planned pre-season training, and it's brutal. brutal fitness regime. I don't know if Gareth Bale's up for that shit. Like,
No.
you know, but I can't think of another
could he
name.
get away with it? But could he get away with it? I think that maybe with his skill and ability, I don't think the players would have a problem with it. I think the players would understand. It's Gareth Bale. He's capable of magic. He's got something that literally none of the rest of our players have, I feel. And if it was me on the team, I don't think it would bother me to see him, not taking training seriously. But we got V12 shy effects, and guess what? I've never seen you in the chat before, so thank you so much for being here. But yeah, so he says, why are Son and Kane undroppable? And that's a good question. But I mean, right now, they're world class right now. They're the best options that we've got. I mean,
at the moment they're undroppable. I don't think they should ever have been unsubbable. And I think that they were unsubbable.
No, there's been times when you think
a little bit. Yeah.
There's been times when you think like we're winning the game easy enough. Take Kane off for 10, 15 minutes. Bring Scarlett on. Give him a bit of time. Yeah. Right. I mean, myself, and I'm not being funny here, but I would have rather seen 15, 20 minutes given with Kane and Scarlett on the field. But I think they only had that. Was it 10 minutes with each other against Leeds or something? But I would like to see them two work together because I think Kane would be good for Scarlett, if you know what I mean. I think,
and they play such a different game too that I feel like they could both, like you said, be on the pitch at the same time and offer different things. Scarlett makes those runs in behind that Kane just honestly doesn't have the legs for. Yeah. And I think Kane could find him. And I don't honestly though. I don't know enough about Scarlett and his finishing. I don't know how.
I don't think he's ready. I understand what you're saying, Al. I don't think he's ready, but I do think there was a call to give Bergwijn more minutes than he got throughout the season.
Yeah,
it was unnecessary. Like when we're 4-0 up against Everton, and Harry Kane stays on the pitch for 90 minutes. Like,
do you think? I've said this for years. I think Kane has a clause in his contract that says I can play when I want,
and he gets paid so much money for every single goal he scores or every minute he scores.
If he does have that in his contract, then that's terrifying because that's not a meritocracy. That's a dictatorship, and that's I don't like that. As much as I love Harry Kane, I can't believe that there would be anything in his contract. There may be, I don't know. You might be right. I'd be I would hate it if there was anything like that going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not as well. But it's hard. It's hard to.
There's got to be something beyond these bonuses. There's got to be something beyond these bonuses they get and what they are. No one knows. But I know they're heavily paid on bonuses.
Yeah, that's how Daniel Levy likes to do it for sure. But yeah, so Shai says why buy players if Kane and Son are undroppable? I think that's where he's going with this.
Yeah. Injuries, obviously.
Yeah, and I mean we're trying to compete on multiple fronts. That's the and he says here nobody should be undroppable, and that's what we're saying. I mean,
we got very lucky this year with Harry Kane. I know he didn't turn up for the first 3 months, but
and that's when he
didn't get injured, did he? Like after that,
Big up.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Daniel. I'm not used to you without a cap on.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, I like the good haircut, man. You're looking good. I
had an English bucket hat on, but there's such a disgrace that I just took it off.
Oh right, okay, boy. Okay.
Oh man,
he's not a royalist, clearly.
Yeah, did you watch any of the coverage of the Queen's Jubilee, Dan?
I have no idea what that is.
The Queen, she's
Gen
old.
Z, there you go. Love that.
Everybody's happy. Yeah. But yeah. So Dan, this is good. I'd like your opinion on this. So Shai's saying nobody should be undroppable. Well, why are Kane and Son undroppable? We've already kind of answered, but what do you think? I mean, do you agree that Kane and Son are kind of undroppable if they're fit?
Well, you mean being subbed off or being dropped off in the lineup?
Like not in the starting lineup in a big game. Like in big games, they're literally. I think they have to be the first names on the team sheet. Leaving them off would be bonkers.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were actually calling to drop Son when he was going through that bad run of form. I just think that you give him the minutes because what he can do is more than what you can expect from a Bergwijn, from a Lucas Moura, and from those mediocre players. So I think you cannot not start Son and Kane. They are our two world-class players in this team. You do not bench Son and Kane. Although I feel like there's some moments where we could sub them off, save their legs, and prepare them for the next game when we're already battering a team. But to take them off the starting 11 when they're both fit, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, I know, but you look at towards the end of the season, Sonny was being taken off. I mean, you look at the strop he put up when he came off against Arsenal. You know what I mean? So I don't know whether there's something about you get a bigger bonus after 90 minutes. I know it's then silly about keep going on about bonuses, but there is something. He wasn't happy coming off that. I mean, yeah, fair enough. He was hoping to get the mostly take over Salah that night.
No, but to be honest, I feel like he was just mainly focusing on that he wanted to help the team. He wanted to stay on the pitch to help the team.
Yeah.
He said it after, and Antonio Conte said it after, that Son doesn't care about. He cares obviously, but he doesn't care as much for a golden boot than as he does to get top 4. And it's just he wants to stay on the pitch to help his team. That's the main.
I know, but we weren't ever when he got taken off. We were 3-0 up. He won't.
Yeah, exactly.
And Arsenal were never going to be coming back that night, were they? You know what I mean? Arsenal hardly attacked us really much in the second half. And they had 10 men. So you know, he just didn't look happy, did he? You was there, weren't you, that night, Sean? Because I see you. That was my evening. Actually, I met you in the number 8.
Which night? Which
the
game?
night you tried to nick my scooter in the number 8. The
Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't nick your scooter. I just wanted to take it for a ride around the pub.
Did you take it for a ride?
No,
Is there a video?
No,
I sat in the scooter. He got up to stretch his legs. I sat in, and I pushed the button, and he was like, "Nah, the keys, it's off." And I turned the keys on, and he went, "Don't you fucking dare!"
Yeah, I'd watch out for Al. I think Al's got a good right hook in them, and you know I don't think you want any of that.
I got no
It
balance.
would have been fun though.
I've got no balance. He would have had me easy. I got no balance.
Yeah, that was. Did you see Perisic's welcome interview? And he's already shooting jibes at Arsenal in it when he says, "I knew the second that Tottenham beat Arsenal that they'd finish top 4." I love this guy.
I heard about
love this guy already.
and I guess that kind of brings us back around because so Perisic, we signed him mainly I think for that left wing back spot, but in a pinch and he could play up front. I think he could spell Sonny if Sonny needed to come off. I think that Perisic could play in that position. From what I understand, like I said, I don't watch nearly enough.
He can play left wing back, left wing forward, right wing back. I don't think he's ever played right wing forward. And he could probably play on the left side of a 3 in the midfield if absolutely needs must. You know,
I think to be honest with you, the one good thing is, as I say, he could help Sonny get a little bit more time off if like needed be, and at the end of the day, he'd be able to bring someone else on because he could cover this. I think what I've seen of him, I think he's a bit of a monster, and he's got the physicality to make sure. I think he's going to be a brilliant signing for us.
Did you see his pace? People saying he's past it, right? And there was someone looked at the stats and said that in a Champions League game this season, I forget who it was against, and I'm also going to butcher the stats here, but essentially he hit a top speed in a sprint of like 22 miles per hour or kilometers per hour or whatever, something mad, and that was faster than any Tottenham player has run this season.
Yeah,
and it was faster than Kylian Mbappe ran in the Champions League.
All right, hey, I'm getting more and more excited about this signing.
And he's a 33-year-old white guy.
Yeah, you're gonna get
sprint, you know.
you're gonna get hard work out of this guy. You just know that you're gonna get at. You've heard in his interviews, he loves to work hard. He loves to put in the work, and that is why Antonio Conte loves this player so much. You know, you see the age problem. It doesn't matter as much. To me, it doesn't matter as much. Big up Gaguma.
Yeah, big up. It's really
Big
good
up,
to see you.
Gaguma.
Thank you for being here. It means a lot. Always good to see you. Always.
Come on in and join us, Gaguma.
Yeah, I'll throw the link in again, just in case anybody missed it or wants
Have
it.
you pinned it? Just pin it to the top of the. Go to YouTube and then click on you. Like put the link in and then hit the three buttons and then pin it to the top.
You could do it through StreamYard. If you go to the comments,
can you?
You go to the comments and then you go to the comment and you put the star.
Ah, lovely. Look at this. See, I'm
Colin
learning
something every day.
What if you
my
hit the star,
2 month break, man.
What happens if you put the star on?
It pins it.
I thought really?
Yeah.
I thought that just pinned it to like inside your own StreamYard, not into YouTube.
Oh, you've got over 1,000 people, over 1,000 subs, and you didn't even know that. Come on, Dan.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Dan's right on that one. I think it pins it inside StreamYard, not on YouTube. I think Dan might be mistaken.
That's how I always do it for my streams. So then I'm doing it wrong then.
Yeah, I think.
I could be wrong.
Right.
I could be wrong.
No. I think Sean's right. But this has been good. This has been a learning experience for everybody. You know, my 2 months off, I kind of lost a little bit of my knowledge, a little bit of my, a little bit of my skills here. But I'm back. I'm about to pin it. Pinned. All right, we're good. Anybody who would like to hop on, feel free.
That job going well. Is it, Colin?
Oh man, it's going great. A lot to learn. Very fast pace, but I'm loving it. And it's kind of not a very classy thing to talk about, but it's more money than I've ever made. I still can't really believe it's real. So I'm like, I don't know. It's wonderful. I'm really really happy. Yeah, and I finally have gotten my schedule back to where I can see all you guys again. It's nice. It's really nice. So yeah, life is good. And Tottenham have made a signing, and it's only the 4th of June. But we need some offensive signings, and I'm gonna harp on that because we do. I throw this back up. We're getting rid of Stevie B. Like Bergwijn's gone. He wants to leave. Ajax wants him. We want the money. I think he's worth more than the 20 million that's being bandied about.
You got to put a sell-on clause on it. The guy, I've been saying this on Twitter. I think you're not going to get more than 20 million quid or 20 million euros or whatever out of Ajax. I just don't think they have the money. But what I do think you could do is whatever the max you could get is, you could also position it, because I think Bergwijn has just been frustrated at Tottenham. But every time he plays for Holland, he scores. Right? He's obviously got bundles of talent. He's still relatively young, and I think that in 2 or 3 years he could be worth 60 million, 70 million plus if he absolutely smashes it in the Dutch league or in the Champions League. So if you were to structure the deal where you got 20 million euros up front and then you put in a 10-15% sell-on clause, then if he outperforms and does if he hits his potential, then why couldn't he be sold for 70 to Barcelona in 2-3 years time? And if so, try and get a little slice of that action later on.
I almost wish we could loan him. Loaning him to Ajax wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Sean, just asking, right? I mean, because as I say, Bergwijn, when he plays for Netherlands, he seems to play on the right. But I take it because Conte wants inverted. He prefers the inverted, wing, like wide forwards, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I take it that's why Bergwijn's suffering, because Sonny. Because I must admit, when you think of that season where we finished second, and Kane was out even for a lot of games, weren't he? We were playing with the inverted. They were just moving. You know what I mean? So like, Lamela would be here, there, and everywhere.
I think the one thing, I think the difference is a little bit is Holland are a little bit at the moment. They're a little bit suffocated with their options up front. But they have got is Memphis Depay. And Memphis Depay is far more senior, far more experienced, and far more valuable. And he plays off of the left, right? So I think Bergwijn is probably a central or a left-sided player. I think he is in the right. He should be on the left or in the center of a 2 or 3, whatever. But because Holland don't have that many options up front, and Depay plays off the left, then they're putting like round pegs in square holes, and they're just putting Bergwijn up there, and he plays on the right because he's the best that they have as a second option. But Depay is he gets his first choice. That makes sense.
There's a surprise here. We've got a very special guest.
Hey.
Hey!
Steak.
Hey,
Hey.
good, long
Oh
time
my
no
God.
share.
I haven't seen you in so long. I wanted to say hi.
Yes, thank you so much. It's
Hi,
so good to see
everyone.
everybody. Yes,
So
yes.
good
Thank
to
you.
see you.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for tuning in and jumping
Of
on.
course.
This is an
I was
honor because
watching. No, I was watching Italy versus Germany, and then I saw the notification, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Colin!"
thank you for tuning in. It really means so much.
Hey,
Hi,
good.
Guma.
How
Hey,
are you, Chingo?
안녕 친구.
What does Chingo mean?
Friend.
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 Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chingo.
Hi 친구.
Oh man, this is great. I feel like the family's back together. We've got
The
everybody
band
here.
back together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll play a song
yes.
if you want. I'll play a song to get the band back together.
Oh yes. I was
does
ready.
it all
I
the
thought we were
time.
gonna get a treat.
I love
Maybe
it.
later.
He does that all the time, then he puts it down. He never goes through with it.
I can play a song. I just don't want to be the guy who has to bring it out because I'm that guy at the party that brings the guitar out. You know, like it's
I like
nauseating.
your songs, Sean. It's good.
I've never heard you play, so I think before we end this stream, we're gonna have to hear a little ditty.
No, maybe later. I'm
What are you
still
What are you
That
drinking?
one
What are you
after the
drinking there?
Arsenal.
Just have a little bit more of that, and then maybe you'll get into
This is this Diet Coke.
Oh,
Yeah.
the glass had me fooled. I thought you were drinking something else.
No, it is. It is Diet Coke mixed with something else. But
Oh, okay. See,
I'm getting a reputation of being a drinker, and I don't want to I want to just keep it under wraps. So it's just Diet
Oh,
Coke.
damn.
Well,
Sorry,
you don't
I
help
outed you
yourself.
there. Sorry about
You
that.
don't help yourself, Sean, when you advertise. I drank this bottle of vodka all day.
No, but when I advertise that I've drunk a bottle of vodka, then at least I'm honest, right? But people go, because I'm drinking out of a wine glass, like people think because I'm drinking out of a wine glass, I must be drinking alcohol. And it's just not true. I just don't have any tumblers or other, like receptacles in which to consume liquid from. So therefore, people make the false, assumption that
just
I'm
let you know,
always drinking.
this is genuine water. This is genuine water with no added preservatives.
I just had some coffee out of my lovely Mind the Gap
And
mug.
this is apple juice.
Ooh,
How old are you, Dan?
That's good.
13.
Nice, bro.
You're probably close to 14 now, right? You've been
Yeah,
you've been
actually,
picking up.
in
And steak, what you on, Alex? What you
my
doing?
birthday's in 11 days.
See, I knew it was
Big
coming up.
fight
I knew
steak.
that.
Hey, Dan, when's your birthday?
June 15.
What are you doing? Whereabouts are you, Dan, in the world? Whereabouts in America are you?
Florida, right?
Florida.
Oh, lovely. I've been to Florida maybe 25 times. I used to do a lot of work down there. Whereabouts in Florida are you?
Miami.
Nice, bro. Nice. It's a nice part of the world to live in.
Unfortunately, I
Absolutely.
won't ever get over that far due to the fact that my wife does not like flying. Full stop.
You could go without her, and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Oh yeah, Sean. You see me at the game, yeah? You see me at the game. Yeah. I don't.
Listen, mate. If you
won't
need
any
a PA, I'll come with you. We could both go. I'll get you on the airplane. All right. Don't worry about that.
Real quick. I just want to ask Ruma, what do you think about CDB? Do you think we should keep him, hang on to him? Do you think he's leaving? Do you think that
CVB? Who's CVB?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who's CVB?
Bergwijn.
Oh, Steven Bergwijn, my bad. I gave him a little nickname there.
I didn't hear you correctly. I don't
So-
know. Like, I'm kind of sad about him because I like him. I just feel like it didn't work out.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it seems like he wants to go. He wants to leave. So, yeah.
Sean made a good point about maybe attaching a sell-on clause if we do sell him to Ajax in case he explodes and ends up at Madrid or Barcelona or one of the real big boys. And I think that's a good idea because we're not going to get very much money for him from Ajax.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's kind of a stinker because I think that he's really he's good off the bench. He basically helped us get top four. With those goals against Leicester.
Mhm.
So we know what he can do. It's just sad to me that we're losing another attacking option because that's where we're so thin.
Right. It's
What
like
about
he's
this
a very
fella?
good player, and I think the sell-on clause would be smart business. Like thinking about the future. But I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like energetically, it's not a fit for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
you can see it on his face. I think I think he's very frustrated at his lack of playing time. He knows he can do a job, but he's never gonna get in over Son. Like he just won't. It's a bummer because I was so excited that goal, his debut game, and his goal against City, and I think that was his first match he played for us. But anyway, that goal against City was something else. And
I get the sense. Yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Dan? My bad.
No, I was just gonna say I get the sense that he didn't fail us. I feel like we failed him.
I can see
Yeah, I
that.
He did have chances.
Yeah,
did have
Dan,
chances.
he had chances, but the trouble, as I say,
Yeah.
you know, if he's not willing to try to be putting in the effort to play on the right hand side.
Aaron.
Aaron, my man.
Hi,
How are you?
Aaron.
He's back, bro. He's back.
Aaron is
Sean,
here.
Sean, I only came on for two reasons. Number one was because you said you had no testicles to drink out of. And that's my hearing. Was it receptacles or testicles? Anyway, I've bad hearing, right? And number two, my little sister, Gogoma, annyeonghaseyo, and ohayou gozaimasu.
Hello, Aaron.
Yeah. O genki desu ka?
Hi. Chotto. I'm tired, but it's okay.
Oh, no,
What time is it where you are, Goguma?
Early in the morning.
It's like 5 a.m. right now.
Jesus.
Are you just getting up or just going to bed?
No, I've been like up watching all the games.
Goguma takes power naps at half time. All right, she's an energy bunny.
And I heard sometimes you don't wake up and you sleep through the second half on accident. I think I remember you saying that.
Yes,
before.
I did.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
Can you enlighten us, for those of us that don't know, because I don't? Kim Min-jae is a player that Tottenham and Everton are going after. He's a centre back. He's part of your
Is that
countrymen.
true? Do you think it's true that?
Well, I don't know, but I don't know much about him. I don't even know where he plays football. Where does he play?
He's playing in Germany, mate.
No, in Turkey.
Oh, Turkey. I beg your pardon. Turkey. Fenerbahce, isn't it?
And he had played in China, I think, before that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, sorry,
We've
I
been
got
linked
that
to him
wrong.
for 3
He
years,
came from China to Fenerbahce. Yeah.
We've
He's
been
a
linked
big
with
boy.
him for 3 years, though. We've been linked with him for 3 years.
On and off.
I like his passing ability. I watched one of his games because when we were having a discussion on Will's channel, if he would be a good center back. So I saw that he was playing the day after, so I went to watch it, and he's very composed on the ball, which is something that in a formation that Antonio Conte likes to play, that is something that benefits us. But I feel like if he came to Tottenham, he wouldn't be more than a backup, and I feel like he just signed for Fenerbahce this season, and it'd be very strange if he just left like that. I think he's gonna stay for Fenerbahce one season, and maybe he could go to the Premier League next season. I don't know, but he is a good center back. They even call him the South Korean Virgil van Dijk, if I'm not mistaken.
Danny, is this the same guy they called the Beast, the Monster?
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Is this not
think they
the
do.
6 foot
They
kind
do.
of 3 or 4 guy?
He's a big boy. He's a big boy for sure.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I'm worried about. We usually, I feel like we're going for like more mobile defenders, and so I don't know how well he would fit, with that in mind. But
Be back up to Dier.
or maybe just
I
maybe
don't
just
want
take
back
Dyer
up to
spot.
Dier. I want Dier to be back up to somebody else.
I agree
Exactly.
completely.
Dyer's. I want Dyer's stability, mate. Like, I'm sorry, I said it.
I love Dier. I don't want him to leave. I just think that if they're going to kick on, we need someone better than him to compete with him, not someone that's already coming in to be secondary to him. We've already got somebody like Sanchez that can play secondary to Dier. Like,
I want to sell Sanchez, to be honest.
I'd offer Sanchez, mate. I'd be selling him to fucking Pablo Escobar, mate, for fucking, trading for a pile of white powder, mate. Like offload Sanchez. I'm sorry, Danny. I know it's before the watershed.
I like him. I like Sanchez.
Hey,
I know he looks like a pint of Guinness. That's why you like him, though.
Oh my gosh, my twin. Hi, Scott.
Yeah, Scott, come join us if you've got time, man. We're getting the whole group back.
Hey, I'm a mod. Scott M's a mod. Can we have mod wars? Do I get to block him?
Yes.
For 5
Yes.
minutes.
Scott, jump on, mate.
Yeah,
Colin, I
we'd
think
love to
that's
see
a
you,
really
Scott.
good point
So how
that
you doing, Aaron? All right, mate?
Yeah, we'll go, brother. Are you?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Gogo, what were we saying?
I'm surviving, mate.
Oh no. I was just saying. I think that's a really good point that you made. It depends on what we need and what Conte wants for the team, and then
Yeah.
specifically defense. Because, I mean, obviously I'm biased, because Kim Min-jae, he's Korean. I really love him, and I mean, I think objectively, he is good with his feet. One of his biggest strengths, I think, is his mentality. He's very, very strong mentality. So I feel like he's the type who could, even though maybe it would have been, or it's good for him to like stay in the Turkish league for longer and then come to like the Premier League. I feel like he has the ability to adapt.
How old is he? Do you know?
I think he's
Mid 20s,
early.
I was gonna say I'm literally on a thing where I can
So-
just look it up myself.
So he's 25 years old. He's 25 years old.
Yeah, mid 20s.
Mhm.
Okay, and I mean, and obviously him and Son know each other from the national team, and so that
Oh,
would
wait,
help him
no.
settle.
Wait, my
Right.
bad. I looked up Kim Min-jae and a singer came up.
No, you're right. He's 25. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have him just because we've been chasing him for so long. I think that there's obviously something to it.
Well,
you
we
know?
haven't been chasing him. We've
Believe
been
he's
linked with him,
signing.
mate.
Oh yeah,
but
he's
real
25
quick,
as well. Real quick.
Scott can't join. He's at his daughter's dance recital. Just popped in to say hi. Thank you so much, and I hope your daughter kills it at the recital. man.
Collie, how can you take that bullshit, mate? That's a lame excuse. Collie, man. Come on, Scott.
Hey,
You had a dance recital. I mean, what are you talking about?
you've already
man?
seen
That's not-
seen the first half. What's the second half? Just,
How boring it must
No,
that be that you come out at halftime and go, "Oh my god, I need my fix of football. Get me out of here. Why do I have a daughter?
Oh,
Jesus
no.
Christ, why isn't yeah? Anyway, I've got a daughter too. Yeah, well, adopt. Oh, it doesn't matter. But Jesus, a dance recital. Other than okay, all right, Scott. Then. All right,
hey,
you do
Scott,
your
I
thing.
just
We'll
wanna know,
do ours, man.
This is Aaron. This is Aaron talking, not me. Okay, I fully support your.
Me and Scott, me and Scotty
$1
always take the mick out of each other, man. It's all like.
They banter in the chat. He's just trying to bring it into a live show.
I'm just trying to make sure that he
wonder
misses
if,
the second half of his daughter's dance rehearsal, man.
I wonder how critical he is of his daughter's dancing. If he's as critical of that as he is.
He's already sold her, mate. He sold her to the other school and made a pound.
we
Colin,
love you,
Born
Scott.
to Lose is also in the chat. Born to Lose 73.
Yes.
Did you already say hi to him or her? Sorry, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's so. I've actually born to lose. I've never
We are
I've never seen you in the chat
buddy, yeah.
before. So thank you for being here. We're touring South Korea this
Hey,
summer.
Born to Lose.
Born
that's
to
actually-
lose. Where is
Yeah.
he from? Is that what's that flag?
Sorry, what did you say, Aaron?
What is the flag? Born to lose. I recognise it, but I can't put a name to it.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know if you want to if you want to hop on Born to Lose. The link is pinned. Feel free to jump on. We'd love to talk to you. And thanks again for being here. You're a good person.
Hey guys,
and
what's your thoughts on Saint-Maximin though?
that's okay.
I'd like him. I'd like him.
I like him.
think-
I prefer him.
Yeah.
Definitely over Traore. If you gave me a choice of one, then Maximin would be definitely for me.
But they play
Oh,
different
yeah.
positions. But they play different positions.
Yeah, I know, but I just
Very
don't
true.
like Traore. I just don't like Traore. Then I'll be honest with you. I think put it this way, right? If Traore can't do the business for a team like Barcelona in the Spanish league, right? Then I know he's shown bits and pieces for Wolves, but a lot of the time there was no end product.
And I worry that Saint-Maximin has that same issue, and he's also.
I think he's a little bit better with his end product myself. I mean, sort of like he tore Arsenal a new one, didn't he?
You're right there. But Newcastle have money now. They don't really have any reason to sell. I think.
No,
they
but he has
demanded
a
pretty
release
high-
clause. But he has a release clause.
I didn't think there were release clauses in the Premier
Yeah.
League.
No, there are.
Yeah,
But
definitely are, yeah.
But
What were you
that's
thinking?
I was on the same boat as you, Colin. Newcastle don't need the money. They're gonna try and build a team around him. But when I heard that he had a release clause, I think it was 30 mil. It's a possibility. And
Oh,
if we
yeah.
sign him, you know that
He's-
song of Saint-Maximin, we got to start blasting that one on the radio.
He's a seeing eye test's wet dream, but
Yeah, I wonder what-
a stat guy's worst nightmare.
I was gonna say, what's Will Stewart gonna have to say about him? I
Yeah.
wonder.
He's like he
Well,
looks great.
statistically,
A
we
thousand
should have all
people.
guns and just shoot him in the back of the head when he
Has
comes
something
out on the pitch. And Born to Lose, by the way, that's where I recognised you're from. It's a Rasta flag, mate.
There you go. Awesome.
And spit it up, mate. So I knew I recognised that from somewhere.
You should really jump on though, Born to Lose. If you've got some time, we'd really love to talk to you. See what you've got to say about all of this. I think Saint-Maximin would be a good signing, but that definitely to me means that Bergwijn's gone. And do we keep Lucas if we've got Saint-Maximin? I mean, they're so similar.
No.
You know. You
I
think?
think I wouldn't be shocked. I think Lucas would love to stay because he's definitely Spurs, isn't he? You know what I mean?
He's good enough. He's good enough to stay as a squad player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you see the passion he had, like just when he walked into the dressing room after the Norwich game, the passion he had in that little clip they done on Twitter of him was, you know, that's what you want. You want players that have got that, you know, that want to
Right.
play for that.
Oh, Italy scored.
I love Moura. Mm-hmm.
But so
Guys,
hey, just want to tell
Like,
you,
guys,
Sean,
if you,
I gotta go.
no,
guys.
just before I interrupt, if you want to interrupt Scott M's
Bye, Jen.
ballerina
I'll be back,
recital,
probably.
Okay.
just say that Lucas is a good player. Danny boy, take care, my friend.
yeah, he said he'd be back, so we probably see him again in just a few. But yeah, I just think maybe like, can you imagine Saint-Maximin and Lucas on the pitch at the same time? That would be insane. Other teams would have no idea what to do. They would just be.
No, I'd rather not imagine them on the same pitch at the same time, man.
It
Let's
would
not play against each other.
something. It would be something. That's for sure.
I take Al's point though. Saint-Maximin versus Traore is probably the you know, the trade-off, right? Like which one do you? And they're both essentially very similar players, and I think Saint-Maximin's better than Traore.
His technical ability is definitely.
Yeah, Traore is just a beast who can just run very fast and hit the ball and run past you, but it doesn't solve the problem that we had this season, which is beating the low block teams. We need players that can help beating the low block.
I'll be back in 5. I'll be listening, but I'll be back in 5.
Alrighty, I'll see you in a bit.
Cheers, Mr. Harris.
Bye.
Was Saint-Maximin's quote, comment a couple of weeks back, statement justified?
What did he say? I mean, I've missed some stuff, man. I've been out of the loop.
Well, he said that if he was playing with better players, that he'd have a lot more assists and contributions. Now, statistically, he's right, but is it justifiable that you come out and say it in public?
Well, remember when Bale went to Madrid and he said basically that it's nice to be at a team where he doesn't have to do everything, and then we took him back. So I mean, I get what you're saying. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And if I was, a teammate of his, I would not be a happy guy hearing that. But that's a tough one. He's right. He's not wrong. What do you think about that one, Sean?
Say that again. Say the statement that he made again. Sorry, I didn't catch it.
He said basically he's playing. For me, and just before I again to repeat it, for me it's utmost arrogance at a player at a young kind of level that should not need to be coming out with shit like that. But he said if I was playing with better players, better teammates, I'd have a better assist record. Something along those lines.
Wow.
Now, he's right. But why? Yeah, it's true, and I am not denying that.
Is it true? But he might not get as much of the ball if he's playing with a better team. And there's a million. Look at Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish was a monster for Aston Villa, and then went to Man City and did fuck all. Did absolutely nothing.
He looks average at Man City.
Looks super average. I think there's an argument. What's the biggest waste of 100 million this year? Was it Lukaku or was it Jack Grealish? I'm not entirely sure that the answer's that clear. It could be either of them.
Lukaku.
Yeah,
I would probably say
Lukaku. Probably,
Yeah.
but
Just with the job he was brought in to do. You know, when they brought Grealish in, he wasn't meant to be, you know, their main goal scorer. You know, the guy that's winning them matches. I mean, in my opinion, I think that Lukaku was brought in to make an immediate impact, score goals right away, hit the ground running. He knows the league, and it just didn't happen. And so I think personally that was the biggest waste. I don't know, Gagama, what do you think? Do you think that Lukaku or Grealish is like the bigger waste? Gagama, are you there?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
That's got Gogoma.
Again?
Oh, okay. So we were talking about the biggest. Who was the bigger waste of money this season? Was it Lukaku for 100 mil, or was it Jack Grealish for 100 mil?
I feel like I don't want to say waste because like I think they're both good players.
Oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
But I feel like I don't know in terms of for some reason I want to say Lukaku. I don't know why. I feel like Grealish, even though he didn't get that much playing time as I thought he was going to get, I just feel like Pep has like plans for him, you know, in the team. Whereas with Lukaku, I feel like Tuchel tried to implement him and tried to give him a lot of chances, you know,
Yeah.
but it didn't work out as well as he wanted it to, you know. So I guess I would say Lukaku probably.
Yeah. That's where I would say what I would say too. And can I just point out, I love your analysis and your just the way that you see and understand and think about football. You're great to have on. Thanks for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see you. I haven't seen you in so long.
I'm so happy to see everybody. It's good. It feels like a class reunion or something. Like I'm, you know, visiting with old friends. But
It's Tomo Arigato gozaimasu, Gogoma. And I'm just happy there's somebody else who understands Japanese, man.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Wow, you're rubbing it in my face. I don't speak Japanese yet.
That's all right, Ginger George. That's all right, Ginger George. We can speak German. Gogoma speaks German also. So, yeah. Vielen Dank, mein Freunde. Yeah.
Really cool person. I'm incredibly jealous. We'll need to talk sometime. I had no idea that you spoke so many languages. That's so cool. Wow. So
do I get to interject with this Grealish thing?
Yeah, dude, go for it. Here, look, have your say. Thunderdome, baby. Everyone can.
Oh,
everyone
okay.
gets to say. Yeah.
I am an Irish man. And I can't stand Jack Grealish, man, because he fucking played for us in our youth.
Switches allegiances.
And so did Declan Rice, man. Although I don't look, I'd have done in the same boots, in the same shoes, man, in the same Adidas. You know, here, yeah, you're gonna get to wear these for England, but you're not gonna get them to wear them for Ireland. I'd have done the same thing, man. So, but there is that little bit of kind of bit of lemon in the back of my mouth, the throat.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Couldn't Kane have also played for
Howdy Kane's grandparent? Hey, dude, so could Wayne Rooney, so could Paul Gascoigne. 50% of white Irish people, white people in England have Irish grandparents. Sean Butler is testament to that, right? Because he's Irish too, right? Yeah. So, but there's one thing about Howdy Kane. The guy supports a club in Connemara, which is a very westerly, rural part of Ireland, where his grandparents came from. And nobody knows it, but Harry Kane actually built their clubhouse and funds their you know, the grounds and everything. So I have full respect to Harry. Yeah, nobody knows that shit, man.
Doesn't he also support a team in one of the lower leagues?
Leyton Orient.
Yeah, I know that he had a loan spell there, and he seems to have a soft spot for them. He's taking care of them.
He's just a nice man. He's just a nice man.
Remember how much we all turned
since
on
they
him?
were kids, man. No, we
I did.
turned on him. That you're using. I didn't turn on him, mate. You can rewind and watch my streams with
No,
Marcelo.
I believe you. I believe you. I gotta say though, I was in the whole get rid of him if he wants to go. You know,
the guy is one of the last gentlemen in the game, and regardless of what happened a few months back, I would admire that little lad forever. You know, he's
I said that I'm fickle, and that if he turns it around, he starts playing well again, I'll let it all go. And he did, and I did. And I
took a while for him though, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how much
season.
Do you think that was just mental? Like he was just.
He definitely down tools. When Nuno came, he already wanted to leave. Was pissed off.
We all down tools when Nuno came, though, Sean. We all.
No, I know. Yeah, fine.
Everybody down tools, man.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, but you predict 21-0 every game, man.
Yeah,
and a bonus steak at half time.
Does Nuno get steak, Alex? Would you give him?
Yeah,
any
why
steak?
not? Everyone can have steak.
You're a good man.
You have steak. You have steak.
It's yeah. I mean, you could tell like you were saying, everybody down tools whenever Nuno came. I thought maybe we would get something out of. You're right. Sonny is a consummate professional though. He's like.
Yeah. Sonny didn't, but that's the only lad.
Yeah.
I can also say, by the way, Alex, I love steak, and So
how do you like your steak cooked, Alex?
Medium rare blue cheese sauce.
You guys are all gonna hate me, man. I like my steak like all the way brown, like no pink for me. Sorry,
you're such a virgin, Colin.
What? Like well done, Colin.
You like it well done?
Yeah, I know.
What is wrong with you, bro?
Dude, it's a mental problem. I think. I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
I've been to doctors and they can't figure out why.
Have you ever tried a steak that's like medium rare?
Yeah. I enjoy. I mean, I'll eat it and it's good, but I prefer.
You prefer the flavor of a rubber boot, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay. Do you know, Sean? Do you know the first meal I'll be bringing out when Collie comes back to Europe? Carpaccio. Yeah.
When what happens?
Carpaccio, thinly sliced raw beef.
Yeah,
completely
beautiful.
raw.
Lovely stuff. But
absolutely delicious.
What did you say before that? When someone comes back to Europe?
Me.
Collie or Colin.
Oh,
sorry, Colin.
Collie. Okay, Colin.
I'll call him Collie. Sorry. Yeah.
When you come back to Europe, Colin, you're going to meet Aaron, and Aaron's going to bring out some thinly sliced raw beef.
I'll eat it. Yeah, I can't turn down food, especially if I don't pay for it. I gotta eat it. So
all right, I'm just saying, bro. You need to try it. You need to try and upgrade your steak preferences.
So I can kind of work my way that direction.
Is there a level is there a level more cooked than well done?
I hope not. Yeah.
Super well done or something. Basically, left in the forgotten about level where it's been on the thing. Oh shit! The steak! Oh no!
Sean. Yeah, my mother cooks it. We call it dehydrated steak. Trust me, mate. You can't even put a knife through it, mate. She just uses to beat you up when you were a child. Get the feck in there and do your homework.
Slaps around your face. Yeah.
I'm so out of the loop. We know Golden Cockerel. I can't remember who that is. Does anybody remember?
Steven.
Steven. Well, hey, he's super awesome guy.
What's happening?
And Goguma, your happiness is infectious. He's totally right. And then I like this comment from him that looking at the panel, he's the one that he would have bet had eaten raw roadkill. And I'm from Indiana. I'm from Southern Indiana. There's some hicks down here. So you're not far off. Yeah, you guys have probably heard the cars go past whenever I stream, man. I live next to some people that drive big old trucks, but no roadkill for me yet.
Colin, you just ruined my image. I thought they were all biker gangs with white beater kind of leather jackets and mullets.
There's those too, but no, it's douchebags. It's douchebags and big old trucks and diesel engines and black smoke and that.
I like
that good
big
stuff.
trucks. I like what
Well-
is it called? The F-150? Or is
Yeah.
that right?
I mean,
The what?
Cool.
yeah,
What
Ford
is that? Sorry,
F-150. Yeah,
what's the F-150?
it's a model of truck
It's a
that
really
Ford
big
makes.
truck.
What,
Yeah.
American vehicles?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
American vehicles? Are you serious? They're like undrivable.
Very
Oh,
heavy
man.
duty.
Dude, I come from a family of guys that are, motor racers. My dad is a 320 BHP Porsche. Amongst that's only one of his cars. My brother owns an entire business based on the motor industry, but we don't touch American cars, man. American cars are like, okay, you've got European cars are like the number one league, yeah. Asian cars number two, and American cars, you're like, I mean, you're a level above ladders and shit
Racist.
like that.
So wait, so Toyotas are all good
Someone
then.
pissed off.
A Toyota would be good then in your mind. That would be like number
Well,
2.
they're good drifting cars. Toyotas are good to drift, mate. Yeah.
A Toyota Camry is apparently just like if you're someone who's like driving an Uber and you want major value, you go and get yourself a Camry, right? That's
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta say, Korean
I
cars
had a
have
Toyota
stepped up.
Yaris, so that was a great
Hyundai have become very good lately, mate, with their electric cars. Yeah, I've driven a few Hyundais, the electric ones, and but I've also driven the BMW electric cars, and wow, man, you just put your foot down, you're zipped up
Man.
Do
to
you
fucking
think,
street.
Aaron, as an enthusiast of cars, I'm not one, so I'm asking this sincerely, so don't take this the wrong way. But you just put America at the bottom of the shit heap in terms of the manufacturing ability. But would you say that Tesla, as an American car manufacturer, does that step into it, or do you count that? Do you just disclude that because it's not traditional car?
Are they even producing? I don't even know if they're manufactured in America. I think they have a plant in Europe somewhere.
Yeah, but still, but they're designed, they're engineered by American ingenuity.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Sean.
Yeah.
I don't judge a car until I drive it. Right? I've driven Jaguars. I've driven Hyundais. I've driven BMWs, Porsches. I've driven VWs all my life, but I've never driven a Tesla, man. Okay. So I don't want to pass judgment on it. Yeah.
I would just say that I feel like if Tesla is considered American, then whilst I would generally agree, you're not the only person that's put America down the list of countries in terms of
everything.
Engineering.
Well, it's because they're 4-liter diesels, mate. It's because they're 4-liter gas going, yeehaw, let's get, some rednecks in the back, go shoot ourselves some,
Oh, no, wait, that is definitely racist.
I didn't say it, Sean. You presumed it. You were being presumptuous. I was about to say, let's go shoot some dandelion flowers.
There you go. Okay. All right.
Colin's been back for. He's a 2-month hiatus. He's been back for 1 hour and 8 minutes, and there's already racism on the stream.
There isn't. That's your interpretation, mate. I didn't say it.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I'm gonna get canceled, you guys. So
I'm gonna drag this channel down. It's the last thing I do. Well, I spit tobacco in the backyard and. Yeah, go right, man.
Now we're definitely pushing that button.
I'm not even joking, though. There's people. I live right next to a bar, and I know that there's people in there that are speaking just like that right now.
You live right next door to a bar?
Yeah. It's like
that's awesome.
It is, but it's not. You know what I mean? You get into some trouble, but it's nice to be able to just stumble.
How far away? How far away are we talking? Is it like 5
half
seconds?
a block?
Half a block. Okay, so 50 meters or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you could speak your tobacco out the window, and it'll be there before you get there, mate. Yeah. I went all Australian. Colin, I'm sorry. Does my American accent, my yeehaw accent, pass? If I were to move there, would people think that I was like from Alabama?
You could do Kentucky. I think that works for. I think you got a Kentucky accent.
Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah, I can work in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah.
surprisingly good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised.
Brilliant.
But hey, while we're talking cars, is fuel prices in England and Ireland absolutely insane right now because they're in
Yeah,
some-
off the charts, mate.
Doubled in
Yeah.
the last 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
okay,
been
same here. I
walking like
didn't know if
crazy,
that was
man.
a global problem or if that was just here in the States.
No, it's global. But we're already we were already 4 times higher than you normally.
Oh wow, what?
Yeah, like the price. You guys have the same price per gallon as we
Right.
have the same price per liter, and there's like 4 liters in the gallon. So like you guys going up, and everyone in America, but in America you're a bigger place, right? So like
You got to drive further.
You got to
and
drive
everything.
further, right? So it's
Right.
not like a net, it's not like a like for like comparison, but in the UK because of taxes, like 90% of the price of the liter is taxation anyway. But yeah, just to confirm what you suggested, yeah, the prices have gone up here. It used to cost me £60 to fill my tank up, and now it costs like £105.
Oh my God! See, it used to cost me $20, and now I pay like closer to 50. It's nuts. I drive a tiny little Chevy. I get like 40 miles to the gallon. It's nice.
Yeah, wow.
But Gargamel, I feel like I cut you off on accident. I think you were saying something.
Oh no, I was gonna ask if you already spoke about Bastoni.
We
I was
touched on
curious
it, but
about
not enough. I think we need to revisit that. And so yeah, I mean, this kind of brings us to here. Who would you bring in? And we were talking about him and how it just seems like Gargamel that he doesn't want to leave Inter.
I kind of get that feeling too. It's been
Yeah,
going
and so
on for so long.
if he comes, like, you know, I'm speaking for him, I guess. But Sean was like, he'll be coming kicking and screaming. He doesn't want to be here, and so I don't know how good of a signing. Even though I think that he's a great player, he would fit the system so well. He knows Conte, but if he doesn't want to come, you know, do we want him? Do we want him in the squad? Because we've got some pretty good squad harmony, I feel like, and I would hate to mess that up, you know.
Yeah, I would love to have him, but it just seems like, I don't know.
And then Sean also pointed out an alternative option, and I can never say his name. The guy
Not just this guy.
Gvardiol.
So Josko Gvardiol, I did this thing I was telling you earlier, Colin. I did this review yesterday with Will, Stuart, and Kuba, and we looked at the 5 players we've been linked with, and then compared them to each other and also to Ben Davies, who would be the position that we're improving on. And Gvardiol, like the absolute like standout assessment based on stats over a 3-year period was that Pau Torres is not worth the money.
I was
really
they want a high fee for him too. Like,
yeah,
he would not come cheaply.
And he was worse than Ben Davies in almost every department.
Can I tell you the secret? Ben Davies had a great season, and I don't care what anybody says.
No, Ben Davies. I like Ben Davies as well. Sven Botman is who was one of the other guys, is super tall and just very good at defending and headers and stuff, which is great, but not so good for a left-sided centre back. But the 2 guys, Bastoni was like, you know, middle, like he was 3rd or 2nd for everything. He's a very good at everything guy. But the 2 guys, one of them is Gvardiol, Josko Gvardiol from Leipzig, who is 20 years old, and he was like basically number 1 or number 2 for everything. And the other guy, who we have been linked with, because I think Gvardiol is going to be very hard to get because he's just signed a new contract. He's on a 6-year deal at Leipzig, so I don't think you're going to get him. He won't leave this year. But the other guy, who I think is very much achievable, is Clement Lenglet, however you say his name.
Oh, from Barca.
Yeah, from Barca, right? He was number 1 or number 2 for literally everything, for long balls, for short balls, for medium length balls, for completion, for accuracy, for tackles, for headers, for attacking things, for pressing the offensive players. He was number 1 or number 2 alongside Gvardiol for literally everything. And I didn't know this, but I asked the guys who were watching, and somebody said the reason why he only played a few games last season and the reason why Barcelona want rid of him is because he apparently made like one really big error. in a Champions League game for Barcelona last season, and it cost them the game, and it cost them the Champions League qualification, whatever. And I don't know the game. I didn't know the details. And ever since then, whenever he's been brought on as a substitute, 100,000 people in the stadium have booed him. Right.
So that's got to absolutely destroy your confidence.
Destroy him. Yeah. And so I'm like looking at the guy's stats. I've looked at his highlight reel, his low light reel, his all touches reel, and then looking at how good he is, and the fact that Barcelona are desperate to let go of him on a 2-year loan. And I'm thinking all the guy needs is a hug. He needs a club to say it's going to be okay, bro. If you come and play for us and you play for the shirt and you do your best, we're not like them. We're not going to criticize you. You know, we're not going to ruin your career for one mistake. But maybe at Barcelona they do. So to me, I'm thinking right now, if Bastoni doesn't want to come, I understand why he doesn't want to come. Like, he's young, maybe he loves it. You know, leaving the country, not speaking the language.
Just had a child, you said too, right?
Yeah, just had a child, right? So let's not take the risk there. Let's either go for Guardiola or let's go for Clement Lenglet. And Clement Lenglet looks like he's an easier deal because he wants to get out of Barcelona because everyone in Spain hates him.
Right. And I mean,
his stats are phenomenal. His stats are phenomenal.
And then if that's a loan, that's even more money in the kitty for us to spend on some attacking players.
Exactly.
Who'd you bring in as attacker?
See, that's a great question. And I kind of was looking to you guys for some ideas because I honestly don't know. I know it always sounds stupid, and I say this every year, and eventually he's just going to be aged out, and he's close to it. I don't think Danny Ings would be a terrible backup for Kane. I know that he's getting up there in age, but I still think that he could be a decent backup. He plays similarly to Kane, just in the fact that he's pretty good with his back to goal. He can hold the ball up a bit, but it's really tough. We were talking about Vinicius earlier, and I honestly didn't think he was that bad. I thought maybe it was some time he could have been a serviceable backup.
Me too.
But yeah, and I was kind of sad that we didn't make a move for him. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Do you guys have any good ideas? Because
I'd sell Lucas and Bergwijn for the money. Then I'd bring in Raheem Sterling and Scamacca.
I forgot that Sterling was sort of on the table. I forgot about that. I don't know how much truth there are in those rumors.
He's not going to want to be a bit part player either, though, is he? You know.
And he plays on the left, doesn't he?
Well, no, he can play anywhere in an attack.
Okay.
He's not going to want to be a bit part player. He's going to want to play 100% of the game. Same with Gabriel Jesus, right? They're not going to want to leave a team where they only play 50% of the games to come to another team that's not as successful to play 50% of games. Wherever they go, they're going to want to play 100% of games.
All right. So would you bench Kulu for Raheem Sterling?
Probably, yes.
Okay. Wow. Maybe. Yeah.
Because he already has the Kane partnership for England. So imagine having another Son on the right.
Yeah. And then Kulu, I feel like Kulu could play in the midfield. I mean, I know he's never really played there, but I think he's got the skill set.
I see Deki more as a kind of a Berbatov type player, more of a central role, a little bit up front, and it Kleider minus Schnitzels. But who's the player that you were talking about? Because I went off to by a little bit of a
Raheem Sterling.
No, prior to that.
Scamacca.
If we're talking about defenders, Clement Lenglet.
I also talked about Danny Ings.
Oh, Gvardiol.
Okay, Gvardiol now. Oh, no. Bastoni. Okay, Bafangole. All right. So, look. I mean, what do you want to do? We shall bring him to England, and he shall work as a slave. He does not want to come here, but we will get a result. Come on. If the guy's not, doesn't have his heart set in it, mate, you can't force a man to come to play for the club. It'd be like asking any one of us in this panel, or the comments, or the chat, or in the community, to go and work for a business where we don't want to be.
Yeah, go work for Arsenal.
like, well, no, he's not. No, but the whole point being, mate, he's not ready. 23 years old, man. You know, I mean, it was different for me. I was 19 when I was younger when I started traveling, but like that was because of my family. But you know, in Italia, well, you gotta stay home with your mama. You know, it's like they want to be close to their family.
That is very true. I've only visited Italy once, but it did seem like family was very important. You know what I mean? That was a big
Massive,
part of their
mate.
culture.
It's massive, man.
Yeah.
It's and that's again not a stereotype. Me and Iggy talk about this often. Okay, so I know he's in Greece at the moment, so he can't come on. But there's a massive affinity connection about leaving your mama Mia, you know, and your spaghetti. Oh, geez, I better not go to it for Sean. Draw a line if I go borderline, yeah. But
no, I was only joking, man. You do your thing. It's not my
No.
stream; it's college stream, so you can be as.
I know, but dude, I know. No, but you and Gogama keep me in check, Sean. Yeah, so because I know by your laughter or Gogama going, oh, that if I cross a line,
No, you're all good.
but like you gotta understand, and like there's different cultures throughout the world, and Italy, it being close to your mama, especially when you just had a baby, it's really important to the guy, you know. So I wouldn't want anybody to force him to come to us. As much as I'd love him and I rate him, I think it'd be fantastic. You know, again, you got to go back to a human level and think, well, he's got a family now. So yeah. And fast forward to it was the guy up front, Raheem Sterling. Piss off, mate. Piss off. 3 kids with 3 different women, mate. Left QPR, went to Liverpool. Fucking yeah, I'm here for a fucking lifetime. Hopped off the Man City when he got the fucking paycheck. Yeah. You know, that guy's got no loyalty.
It seems like he's got attitude problems too. I remember there was like didn't Liverpool do one of those documentaries? Am I remembering that correctly? Sort of like the All or Nothing. I think Liverpool had one when Brendan Rodgers was the manager, and he, you know, I don't. It's an expression we don't say in the U.S., but like steady. Does that mean like chill out, kind of? He said that
Rodgers. Sorry. Does Brendan Rodgers sound like a gay porn star to anybody else, or is it just me?
I don't know. How do you? Where's your reference coming from, Aaron? I don't know.
That's a good question. That's a really good follow-up question. How many gay porn stars are you familiar with that you would know that Brendan Rodgers sounds something similar to one that you've had before?
Thumper Pony. Thumper Mac Pony.
I think Brendan Rodgers has the same thing as Jurgen. I don't know what it is about Liverpool managers and like big fake teeth, but
his teeth are so big for his face, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And you know what? It's not trash Liverpool time, but I really, really don't like Jurgen Klopp. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Just take that what you want, but I really don't like it. He gets on my nerves. But Al says Sterling doesn't fit a counter-attacking team, and I kind of think maybe you're right, but we haven't ever seen him do it. I mean, we can't say that he doesn't fit. If I don't think we can definitively say that if we haven't seen him trying that. You know, I would be interested. He's definitely got the pace. I think he's got the pace to play on the counterattack. So I don't know, Al. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he could fit a counterattacking team, or is that all right? The fact that he, you know, has been on these teams that play on the front foot, is that benefiting him?
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, he's a very skilled player. You know, I think he is very skilled. So I feel like he would be able to adapt. I just don't know if it's the right fit.
Right. Yeah, and you make a good point because, and like I was saying earlier, I think the dressing room, I think everybody's really on the same page, and we got to make sure that the people we bring in are also on that same page. I think having Conte though is a big draw, and I think, you know, maybe we can attract players of Sterling's caliber, and we couldn't before, you know, especially not with Nuno. Alex is back. Steak.
Hello?
I beat you.
No. Can't beat steak at stake.
I don't know, man. I'm giving it my best. I'm giving it my best shot.
Steak. Have you ever had a one of those? What's like the ridiculously expensive steaks? That
Kobe, Wagyu, Kobe,
no,
Korea also has it.
The ones with like the giant bone that goes through it.
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk.
Yeah.
The tomahawk is a ribeye, just on the bone. But
it's like, apparently it's I love a steak, and I go to the supermarket, but you never find a tomahawk in the supermarket. I feel like you have to go somewhere special to get a tomahawk.
Yeah, you got to kill an Indian, mate. Not a Native American. I beg your pardon. Not a Bobby Kate.
Colin, you are 100% getting cancelled.
Hey,
Dude, I cancel every show, mate. Will had to take a show off last night, man. I told you I'm going to ruin it if you invite me on.
Go off for another month.
Hey, everybody, there are no rules here. You can say whatever you want. That's
no rules. Well, okay. Well, Goggin said that something about a tight fit in Brendan Rodgers, and I was like, oh no.
Can I just quickly ask, Gogama?
Yes.
What would it take to have you on stream? Like your to come on camera? Would it if there was would there be a bet or something that could I've seen you on 1,000 streams, but I've never seen your face. Is it possible, or is it something you're not?
Sean, gentle steps, mate. Gentle steps, man.
No, I'm just asking. Is it? Hang on a second, Aaron. Yeah,
I know.
Of all the people that tell me to calm down.
Hey,
but I know Goggin. Like I know her real name.
I was just wondering if Goggin is like if there's a reason why, or if there's a way that we can see her face, or if it's just a personal choice to stay behind the camera.
It's just my personal preference.
Okay, fair enough.
Respect.
And massive respect for that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here. To be honest,
100%.
It's really an honor to have you here.
It's just such a fantastic like avatar. I'm always curious to know what.
That is a really cool avatar.
Thank you.
Did you?
Okay, can I just say, Sean, Gogama looks like her avatar. Okay.
Okay.
Did you create that avatar? Did you make that that drawing?
No. I bought it.
Oh, awesome!
I bought the drawing illustration.
It's really good. Whoever did it, they did a great
You
job.
like photography, don't you, Guguma? You like photography and art.
Yes. I really like art.
My wife's huge into photography. That's awesome.
That picture you took, if it was you that took the picture of the one you put on Twitter, the one where it reflected in a shop window sort of thing. Is that you?
Yes. Today, I think it was yesterday. I took that one.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check it out. For sure. So Al, we got to know how was the cigarette, the fag?
That was a long cigarette. He must smoke
How
like
was the fag? How was the long cigarette?
Super
Oh,
King,
lads, will you
super
stop
longs.
baiting me?
I had something to eat as well, sir. I had something to eat.
What did you eat? Do you have a steak?
No.
What kind of cigarettes do you smoke, Al? What brand?
Super King Blues, like the mild ones, but as long as they're Super Kings, I'll get a good smoke out of them. I've moved myself back upstairs because I was smoking too many a day. I'm now cutting back down again, which is good. So
I'm hitting this thing a little too hard. I need to slow down on the vape. But back to Spurs stuff. We got a good question from Born to Lose. What about Ivan Toney? He's a great player.
He's not young though. He's 26.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. I mean, I'm okay with that, especially because Conte seems to be all about winning now and not, waiting to, grow these players. So I think that actually would be quite an astute signing. Could we pull it off?
Wait one more season.
Yeah, I mean, he tore it up. I know that players do.
He's tore it up
in the
2
championship.
seasons, isn't he?
He was great. He was great in the championship, and I know that that's not always an indication that everything's going to be rosy in the Premier League. But he's had a good season. I I would like him, but I don't know. I'm interested about you guys. Well, first of all, Al, do you think he would come in and be kind of a backup? Do you think he would be okay with that, or do you think?
As I say, so like, I would hope he would be. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it would hurt us to look for something, in that Llorente age group that can do a job.
Oh, you want an older guy to come in?
Yeah, one with a little bit more. Well, you think Llorente had the experience, Sean, and a lot of people criticise him. But if you think of it, if it weren't for Llorente, we would have never ever reached the Champions League final.
Yes.
It was him for Man City.
I hear
and he played a big part in two of the Lucas goals. So,
I personally would rather have someone that was like a 19, 20, 21-year-old. That was up and coming.
We've got two of them. We've got Dane Scarlett.
I was going to say maybe
someone that's making waves, not Dane Scarlett. Someone that's making waves. I want
maybe an older head and a player towards the end of their career, and a young promising player. Maybe.
Well, we're in for Jonas Hoffman, we're in for Jonas Hoffman. 29, gone on 30, on a freebie from Germany. From Borussia Mönchengladbach.
I didn't know we were looking at him. Is that credible? Are you? Or is
let me check out the source.
I was going to say I'm gonna hit Reddit real quick too. Let's see if there's any new.
You can hit what Reddit? You go to Reddit for your transfer rumors?
Yeah.
No, I go Reddit. To I go to Donald Trump's new website. I forget the name of it, mate. But you get all the alien stuff there, and
I just posted it in the chat. That's where I always go, and I let other people kind of the Tottenham subreddit, and then I just let other people. I let them do the work for me.
Yeah, 4chan, Sean. That's where I go. 4chan.
No, I go to 4chan to find out what's the latest dark web links and stuff. But
you're another tour. You're another. Okay. All right.
Saying, if you want to find out the latest news on whether Tottenham are going to sign Mbappe, Twitter is your obvious source. I
only go to 4chan and use Tor browser with a VPN to nick all your money, mate.
I like Zapata from Atlanta.
Oh yeah, he's a player. He's a great player, man.
Yeah, Zapata's a great player. Zapata's a great player.
Would he come to us?
Why not? He's like 31.
Yeah. I don't want too many players. I'm all for this method, this transition from ones for the future to here and now. But I don't want to just go too far. On the other hand, because if all that Conte is caring about, and this is one of the whilst I'm delighted with Perisic, don't get me wrong, but the guy is 33 and he's not going to be around in 2 years, right? So I don't want to see too much of that to the point where it reeks of Conte saying, I'm not here to help you boys build a team. I'm here to help you guys whilst I'm here. And after that, over to you. And so I'm all.
But if we got a trophy or two out of it,
yeah, yeah.
Win the Prem.
The way I look at it, right? If you bring in a little bit more experience, if you bring more experience and get that winning mentality into the team, get a winning mentality into the team, which is what we have lacked, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've only had Loris at the back that's really ever done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you get that winning mentality into the team by having someone not now, of course, a Llorente, but someone, and you've got a Perisic who, he's won stuff in this league and blah blah blah. But if you got that, just a little bit of experience could help the young.
So would you have been up for signing a Chiellini? I know he's gone to Los Angeles today. But would you have been up for signing someone like him, who is 33? He's won the European, won the World Cup with Italy, etc.
The reason why I say no there, is just the fact that I think you need to. I don't like, although then Thiago's from Chelsea's proved me wrong, but I think you need. I'd like to see a little bit younger blood in the defence. But then again, we had who's that one that joined us? Oh, years and years ago. I can't remember the Spanish lad,
Who?
and he really worked well with King.
At the back as a defender.
Yeah, Naybet.
Yeah.
Not Spanish. He was Moroccan, wasn't he?
Yeah, Moroccan.
Yeah. So yeah, I can say perhaps Collini might have, could possibly.
I hear your point that the only proven winner of a trophy at the highest level is or has been Lloris. Now we've got Romero that's won something with Argentina. We've got Bentancur that's won stuff in Spain, in Italy. We've got even Kulusevski, I think's won something.
Yeah.
We've got a few people that have won something. And I'm all for Perisic coming in. This is not my way of criticizing it because I'm absolutely delighted. I think the guy's going to be fantastic. But I don't want to flip the switch so much that it's all about Galini thinking about the here and now. Because even if you went to sign Bastoni, even if Bastoni went, okay, begrudgingly I'll come, right? The second that he's only going to come, even if Inter kick him out, the only reason why he would come to Tottenham is because of Conte. But if Conte fucks off 12 months down the road, then we've got a problem on our hands 13 months down the road, which is Bastoni going, well, I don't want to be here anymore. I didn't want to leave in the first place. You forced me to come somewhere. I chose here because Conte's here.
Totally
Conte's now gone. And then you've got an unhappy central defender. So there's problems. And then Perisic, you're going to have to replace him in a couple of years, right? So I'm all for bringing experience, but I don't want to have it too much. I want it to be a gentle transition.
I think though adding a couple older players though we've got a pretty young team and in the positions where we're looking to like Perisic, we've got Sessegnon who looks really good, and so I don't I don't think
Sessegnon's an injury prone nightmare, mate. He's got a hamstring injury.
Oh, I know, I feel so bad for him. He's injured again, right, Sean?
Injured again, yeah. He got taken out of the under 21 squad or whatever it was. He's always injured. He's got a hamstring injury. Once your hammy goes, it's never the same. The guy can't go more than 2 months without being injured. And what worries me is you're going to have next year, if Reguilon goes, you're going to have Sessegnon, who can't last more than 4 or 5 games without getting injured, or a 33-year-old. Who, whilst he had a fantastic season last season, when you're 33, every additional year is like 3 or 4 years in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's not like linear. It's exponential.
Exponential, 100%. So for me, I don't know. That's how I feel.
Sean, dare I say it? Okay. Okay. We all know Sessegnon would get injured if he went to get a haircut. Okay. Right. He'd come out, he'd have a broken head or something, right? But and this is where I'm going to get controversial. Doherty can do a job on the left, all right? And I know we all have our criticisms of Doherty. Me more than anybody.
I like Doherty.
He's from my city, man. So I'm extremely critical of him. Like, there's nothing we love more in Ireland than criticising our own. Beating them down. It's an Irish thing, mate. Yeah, I kick them when they're down, kick them when they're injured, But I got to give credit to Doherty. Once he clicked into Conte's system, be it on the right or the left, and I've seen him do it for Ireland when he played on the left against Portugal.
Yeah.
And I don't want to use the cliche.
He's not going to excite you, though, is he? I hear what you're saying, Aaron.
He's not going to excite me, dude. I don't have him pinned up on my wall, Sean.
Check that out.
I've got Sam Fox pinned up on my wall, but he doesn't excite me. But
Sam Fox, that's your girl, is it? Okay.
No, dude, that's Ireland, all right. That's a big.
1994,
dude, I'm a Tottenham fan since '81. That was a joke for Alan Harris, all right? Okay.
I'm just showing you. I met him at the Newcastle game, Aaron.
Who? Sam Fox?
No, Doherty.
It's a him now, is he? Sam's become a Sam. Okay.
My dad met Lucinda Lusardi.
I've met Dele and
hold on, rewind. Mr. Harris, your dad met Linda Lusardi.
My dad met Linda Lusardi.
That is the funniest thing I've heard anyone say.
That's the best family claim to fame ever, mate. Sean, we're gonna have to take this with us. Yeah, the Southside
We'll put it
Spurs,
this
man.
way, Aaron,
You're
I'll tell you
screwed,
something.
Mr. Harris.
He got to put his arm around Lucinda Lusardi in a picture when he was doing opening, doing, like shopping centres when they do their Christmas.
Alan, stop it now. Do you know their flares
Emmerdale. Fame,
Oh
Linda
my God.
Lusardi of Emmerdale fame, circa 1999 to 2000.
You've got Guggerman, Colin, and Stake Hilton don't know what we're talking about. But, my God, Mr. Harris,
That's
please save this for Chefside's first show. Please.
I'm never going to forget that.
Either am I.
Well,
more that Linda Lusardi, she had a top wolf, and some more that he took his nipples out. And sorry for my Australian accent.
Someone's gonna have to clue me in later, so I
Okay, Colin. Very briefly.
She's like a Z-list celebrity from 20 years ago who was in a soap, and Alan decided to raise that as like a name drop. Like imagine like somebody who was in
Sean, you're missing Sean.
Yeah.
You're missing it. She was a page 3 model.
3 go.
Yeah. True. That was back in the 80s.
Is that sort of like Channel 4?
Hence why you mentioned.
Yes, Colin.
You mentioned Sam Fox.
I was joking, mate. And then you started to go, yeah, my dad, mate. Sorry.
I'm still
Mr. Harris, I love you.
Don't worry, let's move on. It will take too long.
Yes, so Gogama, up and coming Korean players that you think that Tottenham should have a signing for, should not be on page 3.
She's actually going to be right back. She had to go run and do something. She messaged in the private chat saying she would be right back.
Steak.
Yeah, she might be cooking the steak. Who knows?
Here we go.
I'd love to see Kaguma's face one day. It'd be lovely.
God, Sean, stop perving.
No, it's not like that. I'd just like to see. I've never seen Alex's face either. Steak's face. I'd love to see your face one day, mate.
Turn your camera on, Alex. Come on.
No,
Sean,
you don't want to see my vault of steaks underground.
I'd love to see your vault of steaks underground.
Going underground where the boys are rocking for the boys are for tomorrow. La la la. Gogga's not here, so I can kick off, yeah. And Sean, I was fighting with my fridge for the last hour. Should I have a beer or should I have a glass of wine?
Have a glass of wine. Have a glass of wine, and if you've got access to the kitchen, get yourself a steak on.
Welcome back. Hey, Aaron had a question for you, Gogoma.
Yes.
Aaron,
will you marry Sean?
No, that wasn't the question.
It's an okay question to ask, though, just so I know.
Jesus, Sean.
I'm just curious.
He's got hair. At least he's not bald like me. But okay, so Gogoma, we were talking. Are there any good like up and coming Korean players that you think would be good signings for Spurs?
Up and coming Korean players?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. They're the ones that off the top of my head, other than Min-jae, Hong Hee-jo, but he's kind of older. He's still good. I don't know. The only one I can think of, honestly, at like the high caliber, that would be good enough is Min-jae, honestly, because there
was like an offensive player that was pretty good. I think he might play striker for the national team.
Who?
Am I thinking right? I don't know. There was
Wang.
Yeah.
The guy who plays yeah. But this is the thing. Myself and Gogoma were joking about earlier because there's 3 Wangs playing for Korea, 2 in mid, 1 up front. And I said, Gogoma, I don't know if this is my left wang or my right wang or my wang up front.
I bet the commentators have a field day with that, trying to get
Kang Lee used to be good. Don't know now.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
yes, that's such a good, yeah. Igangin, yes. Igangin, yes. I love him.
Gogama, can I ask you a question that might make you a little bit touchy or angry? It might upset you a little bit.
No.
No, guys, look, a family in Korea and a family in Japan, okay? And myself and
Right.
Gogama are good friends off the pitch, let's say. Gogama, who do you think would win between Korea and Japan at the moment?
At the moment?
Yeah.
Korea.
Considering that Japan... Oh, no. Leave your bias aside, look. Considering that Japan have got, like, their first team 11 players playing in European leagues, you know, 3 of them up at Celtic, that guy at that German team that just won the
Isn't
Europa.
Daichi Kamada? Doesn't he play?
The Daichi Kamada.
Kubo.
Did you know what Daichi means? You know what Daichi means?
I don't.
Okay.
Will님, hi. 안녕하세요. Will님's
Will.
here.
Will Stewart.
Will, yeah, I think so.
Pop on,
Daichi
Will.
means Ichiban. It means number 1. And Gogama was about to say that, but yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
I'm distracted because Sean told me to drink wine, so I'm drinking wine now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, don't. No, wait a minute. I'm not taking responsibility.
Hey, things are really good. Things are really good.
Dude, you just asked Gogama out for a Tinder date, mate. You know, but she swiped.
No,
she swiped left, mate.
She did swipe left. If there was something that happened, she swiped left, and I will forever be heartbroken about that. But I didn't ask. You asked. All I asked.
I did. I instigated, mate.
It's fine.
What is this?
It's fine. Move on. I'm embarrassed.
All right.
Yeah,
no,
swipe left.
Swipe. No, but no need to be embarrassed.
Swipe left on you, Sean. No one would swipe left.
You know what? I'm always joking with Sean, by the way.
You're telling me there's a chance.
But to answer your question, Aaron, like I know I see where you're coming from, and I think that's true. But you also have to remember, whenever Korea plays Japan, we show up. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. Same way Irish do against the English. I understand 100%, my love.
You lost to Armenia today, bro.
So
piss off! You've beaten us once since 1985. All right, once since 1985.
No, mate,
we've had you in the Euros. We've had you in the World Cup.
I'm joking. Get back to the Korea Japan thing. It's okay.
Right. So, yeah, I just feel like no matter how like on paper, you know, they have, or even just form, you know, even if they're in better form than us, sometimes I feel like, you know, that game, it's always like, I always feel like we're gonna win it. So yeah, Korea.
Didn't Korea beat Japan in the Asian Games? Isn't that who the final was against when Sonny got his military exemption?
That was the under 23 Olympics or the under 21 something or other.
Okay, but okay.
It wasn't really the Asian Games.
We won Asian Games with Sonny. Mm-hmm.
But wasn't it Gogoma? Was that not the kind of the under 23s version of it? You could have 3 players that were over 23.
Oh, is that what the rules were there? I wasn't aware.
No, I'm gonna have to go back and rewind, but I think that's what it was. Yeah, you were allowed. It was the Asian Games, but you could only have 3-year squad. I think had to be, or not had to be, but you were allowed to have 3 players over 23. I don't know, some Google nerd look it up for me, but I think they were the conditions. But look, hey, fair play to the Asian Games is always like that. I don't know. Will, why do you consistently spell my name wrong? It's very easy, A or A-M. Right? And by the way, you always spell lose wrong as well. There isn't 2 O's in lose. LOSC. Yeah, LOOSE is
Fucking hell.
noose.
You're going
No,
off.
but dude, I'm a fucking
He's going
spell
for
it
the throat.
phonetically.
I think Will needs to show up. He's got to be here to
Just
defend
in
himself.
just in case no one was aware, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I happened to be listening to Will Stewart's stream, and I heard all about the the Trump debate between Aaron and Will. It was hilarious content for a football club stream, for a football fan stream. It was the.
I wish I had watched the whole thing. I only saw.
My word, Kaguma!
You,
It was passionate.
you know the Will didn't
It was
upload
passionate.
it because he's obviously
has
he's
it been
aware
taken
that
down?
we.
Is it taken down?
Yeah,
Is it?
totally, mate. I have to apologise. Me and Hamid that Will. Yeah, assuming the same.
Okay, forget I said anything. I thought it was.
I commented on it. I think it's up the really long one, right? Most recent.
It lasted like 6 hours. 'Cause I remember I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and it was getting going. And then I went to sleep and then I woke up after having like 4 or 5 hours to take my dog out. And these two were still, Aaron and Will were still going strong. And it wasn't about football at all. Has it been pulled down? Has it been taken down? Has it? Wow.
He didn't post it, mate. Sean, the funniest thing was that me and Will chatted for an hour in the backstream afterwards, right?
Ooh, hey you guys. Good news. It's up.
Listen, it's
Will, do you think that you look like Colin? Or Colin looks like you in a younger version?
I can see it. I can see it.
6 inches shorter and
At least, Jesus Christ,
30 pounds, 40 pounds lighter. Yeah.
That's what I said. Will Light. Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Will
look
Zero.
at this. No. I just get a flat no. No, he doesn't think so. No
Sean?
explanation. No nothing. He won't come in and show his face.
Come on, Will. Come on, join
Sean?
the stream.
I'm 30 years old, Will.
Dude,
Sure.
if Colin and Will are on the same, Colin, you got to put a hat on if Will comes on, because otherwise I'm gonna get really confused. It's gonna be like looking at you and your dad.
Oh man.
Sean,
Alan.
Did you go on the stream when Will come on and done that funny clip? Where was you on Bob's the other night when he done the funny clip bit?
on the charity stream.
Done charity stream, yeah.
No, I spent like maybe 6 hours on the charity stream, but it was early. I wasn't on
Okay,
properly
I didn't know
when
you'd
Will was
come
on.
back. I missed it. I don't know how long by, but I missed it. But I wish
I've seen the clip. It was like he was playing a
Oh,
character.
it was hilarious. I wish
This guy's back again.
Cuff Yoy, I was just going to tell him that it's not really your call as to whether or not Aaron had too much or just enough wine. Probably should just worry about yourself.
This prick's been at me. He's been chasing me all over streams, man, with his dumbass name. Kick off. He's been chasing me, mate, and coming out with personal jibes.
I was going to say,
I stay up.
Aaron, have you noticed it's happening a lot to a lot of people lately? One particular individual's getting picked on a lot of things. It's happening a lot on a lot of streams lately.
Yeah, gloves are off in the comments, aren't they? On Twitter, on YouTube, everyone seems to be at each other's throats. It's because there's no football to talk about, so everyone's let's fucking tell each other. I'm fucking gonna come after you.
Look, I tell you what, Shawnee, I know your name. I know Colin's name. I know Mr. Harris's name. I know Goggins' name. I know Steak's name. Right. So if these assholes, medium, whatever, but like if these dickheads like kick off and come at me with their fake names, right? My name is Alan Patrick William McDowell, right? Aaron McDove Gall is my Irish name. You want my email address? aarondove@gmail.com. You want to fucking sit there and poke at me in your fucking chat? Right, come at me. Show your fucking face. Show your fucking name.
Aaron, you are a mod, so you could just whatever.
I don't block people, man. I'll just
I've been in the chat for a long time. I don't understand.
He says there's a misunderstanding. There's probably just a misunderstanding. But if
and that's the always fucking backup apology. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a keyboard warrior, but I'm sorry. I typed the wrong fucking key. Piss off, mate. Stop coming at me. You've been chasing me for
Barnabas,
fucking days. You little shit.
Real quick, I want to interject for just a second, and I want to say, Barnabas, thank you for being here. I've never seen you in the chat before, so if you could do me a huge favor and just tick that little like button and maybe follow me, because
Hi, Barnabas.
That would be great. Yeah. Thanks again for being here.
Jacob's in the house. Well, let's all go there.
Hi, Jacob.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Jacob's here.
Jacob of America.
Yeah,
can
I'm
join if
smoking
you
a
want.
little bit of it. Damn,
Link is somewhere in the chat.
Hi, Paul. Paul is here too.
Whoa, we've got everybody. Paul, what's up, my
Everyone's here
man?
now. The whole crew's back together.
Woo!
All we need is a massive argument, and then the night is done, right? All we need is one giant fucking shit show.
Well, then we need a debate. What is the better color, blue or green?
Argue, so you ain't getting one
Blue.
out of me.
Piss off, you bellend! It's green.
I just want to say, sir, if you could join. I don't know if you got the kiddos right now. I don't know what you're doing, but if you could pop on for a second, we would love to see your face.
Yes,
Just,
Jacob, come.
Just throwing that out there, my man.
That hair does not fair.
Fuck off. Hang about, Jacob. I've never. What?
I believe.
No,
Jacob's
Jacob's hair is beautiful.
Coming after me? You can't. You chose. There's 6 people here, and you're coming after me, bro. Big mistake, bro.
Oh no.
Yeah, but Sean, you don't use Timothy. You don't use Timothy Adama.
No, it's reasonable. It's reasonable. To be fair, I haven't had a shower in 4 days, so it's like.
Oh
not
Jesus,
bad.
Sean, I can smell you in Dublin, mate, and you're 40 miles away from me.
Love it. Big up, Jacob. Love you, man.
The biggest up.
Jacob of America.
Ooh, Will's gonna send a picture of him at 30, and so we can compare. I think that's a great idea.
Was that at 30? Was that the size of his dick or his age?
I don't know. We don't know yet. We're
Who
about to
has
find
a size 30 penis? In what
Well,
metric system is that even a thing?
Is that centimeters?
Micromillimeters, Sean. Micromillimeters.
Oh, okay. I just wondered.
You guys in your metric system over there.
No one's ever. I've never heard anybody ever in any form of
30 miles
ever
of steak.
talk about a size 30. It's unique. And
Yeah, well, that's because
congratulations to that man. Congratulations to that man, whoever he is.
you need a micro penis for that, Sean. So Will is an anomaly. He's 6'5", but he has a 30. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had that glass of wine, Sean. Now look at the trouble he got me into.
Go and get another one, mate. Go and get another one.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
fuck
good.
off. Do I have to top it
All
off?
down.
Yeah, top it off.
What type of wine are you drinking?
I'm only going to get
moved
worse.
cider.
You know that. I'm only getting worse.
You're okay, bro. As long as I'm the second worst, I don't mind. I can be on the stream. It's fine with me.
Oh, so okay. So I'm here. Okay, so as Aaron said, second place loser, Sean. That's what you want to beat tonight, mate.
Second place is forgettable, and that's what you want when you're drunk on the stream. You want to be the guy that's not remembered.
It's the fucking bank holiday weekend, mate. Yeah.
Remember I was on the pain pills, man. That was a little wild. My shoulder was.
I remember when you had the pain pills. You were a little bit woozy, weren't you, Colin? I remember.
A little sloppy. I had to delete that one. I deleted that stream. But hey, I just wanted to point out. Jacob said that he was just joking. He hasn't smelt you yet. And then he said,
"One day, bro. One day. Yeah. One day, bro. One day." I've got a people. Like sometimes girls like to get into the nook and the cranny of like their husband or their partner. They want to snuggle into this bit here. I don't have a partner, so whenever you come over to the UK, Jacob, just for a little while at least, you can get into my nook or my cranny anytime, bro, and you can take a big deep whiff, and you can determine whether I smell of tacos or or anything else, bro. Anything else? It's the opportunity and the invite.
Sean, I wasn't watching exactly your visuals there. All I heard was that if any girls want to get into my nook and cranny, you can go over there. And I thought you were pointing at Alan Harris.
This is the nook.
Can
the
I
nook
ask something? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Look, we haven't had shelf-side Spurs for a few weeks now, but are you trying to make up for it, you lot?
Yes, absolutely.
Mr. Harris, you know what? I really miss Johnny Einstein. I love Johnny, right? I mean, he's a guy
really
I'd love
busy.
to see.
Yes, how's Johnny? Haven't seen
Johnny's
him.
He's such a nice guy, man. He's such a cool guy,
Aaron,
and
Aaron,
I'd love to see
busy
more.
at the moment. He was doing a lot because he started a new job not so long ago, and which involves doing podcasts, blah 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 blah, and he had to do a really big thing for the Jubilee. He was doing something really big for the Jubilee, so that's why Johnny's been out off the scene for a while.
Josh Pavitt was doing security at the Jubilee yesterday.
He got to meet Prince Nassim Hamid. Can you believe that? I don't know if you guys know who that guy is, but I'm a big boxing enthusiast. Prince Nassim Hamid, one of the greatest.
Oh yeah, of course we know Prince Nassim. Yeah. He's a Manc, mate, isn't he?
He's from Leeds, from Yorkshire. But
Leeds. Sorry, I knew he was up there.
One of the greatest flyweight, featherweights. I'm not sure which weight. He was a real lightweight at the time. These days, he's still probably 5'7", but he's a big, chubby fella now. But Josh Pavitt.
He's chubby as fuck, mate.
Yeah, Josh Pavitt ran into him at the whatever he was doing at the I don't know.
If Josh Pavitt and Prince Nassim, it's an ironic expression. They ran into each other. Neither of them could run away from each other. They're both that fat, mate.
Hey. So speaking of boxing, let's sort of half take this back to Spurs. Who would win? If there was a boxing tournament at Spurs, who would win?
Colin.
I would win. I would absolutely win.
Sean, I'd kick you in the fucking face, mate. Are we talking Muay Thai? Are we talking fucking boxing? Are we talking?
I lived in Thailand for 2 years. I took part in 7 Muay Thai fights, even though I'm a fatty these days.
Congratulations. I lived in Japan, Korea, and Thailand for an accumulation of 3 years.
And I studied jiu-jitsu.
Sorry, Gaguma.
Sorry, Gaguma. Sorry, Gaguma. Sorry, Angry.
I was just gonna say to Colin about his previous question about like any other like good Korean players. They're kind of young, and I think they've been recently called up by Coach Bentu. And they both play for Bundesliga, but
that's a good league. That's a good. I mean, I think the
Gaguma, have you ever since Colin asked you that question, have you been doing some research on Google for the last like 45 minutes?
Yeah, I was like looking at like the team.
Okay.
And then I was thinking about like, who's been recently called up, because I don't feel like Gento always calls up people that should be, honestly. So yeah, like Chong Woo-young at Freiburg and Lee Dong-young at Schalke. Mm-hmm.
You might have to send me a message with those names, because I'm going to like butcher the spelling whenever I go to look that up later.
Can you try the spelling anyway?
I can, yeah.
Sorry, say the name again. What was it?
There was a few, but Gaguma, give me one.
Gaguma.
Lee Dong-young. Yeah, I'll write it in the chat. I'll write it in the chat.
Okay, but Colin, I do want to see you at least try and get Lee Dong-young up on your own.
There it is.
It's in the chat.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, that's your attempt.
Lee Dong-young. I beg your pardon.
Oops. Okay, I was very, very wrong. But
I would have gone with something similar to you, Colin. To be fair, mate. So no problem here.
It was close.
Yeah, but that's because you're a pervert, Sean.
What, Lee Dong-young?
No.
Lee Dong-young.
Yeah, now we know it's Lee Dong-young, but at the time, I think I heard the same as you.
Whereas, no, I thought it was Lee Dong-young. So I've got bad headphones, mate.
But
Yeah, the
Schalke,
only person who I
playing
would
for
really
Schalke is.
recommend is
Okay,
Kim.
this guy's at me again. What's he saying now? Aaron,
I'll
when
put it
you
up,
and
I'll put it
Will...
up.
What's he saying? When you and Will are debating, Will brought up the
Why do you
this.
have smoke detectors? And you jokingly said because you were a bad cook. I thought that was funny and typed Aaron bad cook lol. Is that the start of your hate? Is that the start of your beef?
No, this guy, he comes in with these kind of funny chats, but then he comes in with absolutely malicious chats. Like, so it's the same guy. I know he is.
Everybody,
his multiple names.
just be nice, and if you have something to say, come on and say it. Come on the show. That's
And then
my
just
thing.
fucking use your own name, man.
Here's my thing. I definitely don't mind when people fight on my stream or have arguments, but I encourage them to join the stream and we'll have an argument in person, so to speak. I think it works better that way.
I think KCUF UOY is trying to squash the beef by explaining that it wasn't a problem and that you misinterpreted it, Aaron.
Okay, well, we're all friends. Everybody's good then.
Well, if I did, fair enough, because that was a joke. Because like I said, I've traveled all over the world. I've lived all over the world. And I've studied cooking. I would never proclaim to be a chef, but I've worked as a cook, and it's something that my family is a big involvement in.
Will has educated us a little bit, and
so it was Lee Dong Young.
Yes, that is how.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I wasn't so far off, and
nice. Well done. Well done, Colin.
Yes. Yay. I was close. I'll take it. But okay, so the beef is now squashed. Is that okay, everybody? We're gonna go with that. Beef is now squashed.
Beef is now.
Yeah, I'm cool with fuck you, because I'm not gonna read his name in reverse. His name is fuck you, so fuck you. But yeah, I'm cool, mate. I'm glad you got the joke, and maybe if you fucking wrote things a little bit more literally, I wouldn't have to fucking interpret it at 5 a.m. in the morning. You bellend. All right. So fuck you, or sorry, how do I say it in reverse?
Yeah. So all is good. All is good. Everybody's good. We're all friends.
I can't wait to have a little bromance when the United States of America pops on in 5 minutes. He said he would 10 minutes ago, and it's been 10 minutes, and I'm a little bit frustrated that I haven't got a chance to speak to him so far. Jacob, when are you going to come on? And also, when is Will Stewart going to come on and say hiya?
We could use them both right now.
Broken promises and stuff.
Jacob will be here. Okay, Jacob will be here.
I will need to shoot. Be honest with you, lads.
Yeah, I mean, hey, thank you for being here for so long. It's been great. It's been great seeing you.
Wait a minute, Alan, is that the new third kit?
No, this was one of the old training kits. My son bought it for me a few years ago.
It looks quite similar to.
No, mate, Sean, that's the old training kit from 1938.
Yeah, but it doesn't look
Aaron,
similar.
Aaron, go and have another glass of wine, mate.
I'm just getting juiced up right now.
I love you, bro, and I'll catch you soon in the chats or whatever. Yeah, but
it does look a lot like the leaked new away kit, though. It doesn't look too dissimilar. Have you seen the new leaked away kit?
Sean, I did send you a WhatsApp message earlier. Have a butcher's, yeah?
No, I've replied to it already.
Oh, did you? All right, I'll have a look.
Yeah, I'd love to be a part of that. I'd love to be of your shortlist. I'd love to. Thank you, mate.
I'll catch you all soon. Great to see you back, Colin.
Cheers, Alan. See you, man.
I hope to see you more.
Bye, Alan. Thank you so much for being here, man. I'm back for good. You guys can't get rid of me again.
Oh, I can play that song.
Yeah, well, I've been waiting for the song for ages. That's why I'm going, because you ain't played anything.
What? There's a song called "Goodbye Forever, Mr. Harris."
There's a song called "Back for Good" by Take That.
Oi, Alan.
Oh, fuck off!
If you're not going to be nice to me, I'll call you by your name, Alan.
Alan, you know we have the same name, but Alan is a mispronunciation of my adopted daughter's name, so yeah, and blah blah blah. But
Yeah, blah,
as
blah,
always, Mr. Harris, yeah, it's always fun and always
it's
a
been
pleasure.
a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your
blah. And
evening. And I can't wait to see
always
you,
great
man.
to see you all. You know,
Cheers, mate. Cheers, buddy.
take care. I will be
Cheers.
watching, but I won't be. I've got to make ways and make sure the wife gets a good night's sleep without me disturbing her talking to you lot.
Hey, yeah.
No,
worries,
no,
man.
but hold on,
Happy
Mr. Harris.
Happy life. Happy life. Happy
Yeah.
life.
Mr. Harris, does this mean that you're going to be lying down in the bed with the missus, and you're going to be listening to us mugs?
No, I'm going to go downstairs, have another bloody cigarette because I only had one for 40 minutes. So
You just blaze up on the gaff, mate. But what I would advise is you lie down in the bed, you're listening to us, and I'm going to slag you the fuck off for the next 2 hours, man. And you're going to be able to defend yourself.
Oh, man.
and I always thought
headphone.
you respected me, Aaron. I always thought you respected me.
Mr. Harris, I always call you that. Yeah. Oh, but
Yeah.
by there is one conversation I have to have with you. Yeah. And I really don't want to bring it up in public, but I'll just say 4 letters, JENS.
Jens.
Oh, right.
Okay, not now. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm not even
Well,
going to. I'm
I'll
not
have a
going to
discussion
speculate.
with you about it. That's not a problem. As
I
I say,
don't want a discussion about it, mate. I know all about it, yeah, and that's why I backdated for a couple of months.
right. Well,
I
to
haven't
be
seen
honest
it.
with you,
I haven't
if you
seen the
wanna
new
hear
away
my
kit
side,
Barnabas.
if you ever want to hear my side, then
I know. Look, mate. I know, and I know from Nick, and I know from also his side. So
Oh, Barry.
Right.
I haven't seen Barry in so long. I got to. Yeah. I'll have to
Barry,
talk to
are
him
you
too.
kidding me, mate? Oh, I mean, you turn any regular fucking porn video, Barry's in it,
Yeah.
man.
Aaron.
It's,
Oh my
Aaron.
gosh! Hey, there's something we got to do, guys. This is amazing.
Aaron.
Yeah.
You
We
follow me on
have-
Twitter, don't you?
Pardon?
You follow me on Twitter, don't you?
No, I'm not on Twitter, mate. I'm only on YouTube, man.
All right. Well, we need to try and find a way of communicating because, as I say, Barry's told you, right? Because I've never known the reason why it's all got kicked off, mate. I still don't know the reason why.
Alan, I do, and you can get my number via any of the people.
Yeah, I can give it to you, Alan.
Okay.
Yeah, Goguma can give it to you. Shawnee can give it to you.
I think I've got your number if you haven't left the chat yet.
Yeah, put my number on Facebook or the Daily Sun or something, mate, and then you can all contact
I
me.
wouldn't do that to you.
No, but dude, I was just because because he was one of the first guys that I was gonna connect with, and and all empire, mate. All empire, mate.
Aaron, he was the one that introduced me to all this.
All right, okay, Mr. Harris, you go to bed, and I'll probably
We'll speak. We will speak, yeah.
Good night.
Yeah, we'll do, mate.
Good night, my friend. Hey, tell your wife I said hello.
Yeah, we'll do, Colin. Take care.
Take care.
Steak.
Steak.
You're one of a kind, Alex. I love you, man. So, hey, Jacob, what is up, my
What's
guy? I almost didn't recognize you with your hair, like, not flowing,
I took a shower, man. It's all wet. I don't want
Just
Oh,
give us a
it's
shake,
fucking
man.
Fucking
We wanna see a
sexy,
nice
dude.
little
Turn
shake.
on the camera, man. Timothy, Jacob.
But, dude, did you think I disappeared?
to. Yeah, bro. You never texted me back on WhatsApp. You didn't stream anymore.
I got a new number. I gotta give you my new number. I lost everybody.
Yeah, holler at me, man. Send me the new number.
Absolutely. I'll even just put my number in the. Wait, I can private chat it, I think. Yeah. I'll put my number.
I could actually just text you because we're American, so I don't actually have to WhatsApp you either.
That's all.
Jacob, how are you?
Hi, Goguma. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm
Good to see you on stream.
Yeah.
Well, not see you, but hear you.
I feel really honored to have her here. So,
bro, that's big time.
I know, and we've been goofing off and being wild, and she's still putting up with us. So, I mean, that's a treat. We've been a little rowdy today, so
I'm happy to be here.
All I can think of Koguma is Jacob in the shower. Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have said that because it's been almost 2 weeks.
No, Jacob. That's all I can think of now. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh man, you got a visual. You got a good visual, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah, Jacob with his long pubes, man, down to his feet, and that long Texas flowing hair.
I was wondering how long it would take for him to mention pubes.
Dude,
I don't. Is there what's the pubes story? Where does that come from?
Well,
I don't know.
Jacob has extremely long hair, right? So I assume he's got extremely long pubes.
You assume the carpet matches the drapes, then?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's all wet. I look like a.
It's all wet. Oh, Jacob, stop it!
Oh yeah.
It's all
Where's
wet, man.
Mari? Where's Mari and Bobby when we need them? Oh,
Right. Yeah, man. But no, Jacob. It's really.
Did we
really
lose?
good.
Who
Really
did we
good to see
lose?
you. We lost
Alan.
Alan, yeah.
10-inch or 2-inch?
You can never lose 10-inch.
So hey, I want to pose this question to you, Jacob. CDB, cash in or keep for depth?
I mean, I think at this point he's at a stage in his career where he's ready to get some full minutes, get some actual game time, start, get a real run of things. I mean, you see what he could do with little impact. You see what he can do with the national team. So, I mean, he's got it in his locker. It's just a matter of opportunity, and it doesn't seem like he's getting that kind of opportunity here that he really wants for himself. And as a fan of Steven Bergwijn, I would sell just because he deserves to flourish somewhere. And unfortunately, like, his best position is Son's position, and you're not taking Son's position. You're lucky if you get Son to get subbed off. You know what I mean? So. Right.
I think it would be cool if we played sometimes against certain teams with Son as our like a fluid front three, kind of like Liverpool does. And I think that CBB could work so well in there, man. Bergwijn would be perfect. But
there's also been times where he gets a large run of games at the forward position, and he didn't show anything. And you could argue our whole team was kind of lackluster, but as a creative player that we want to come in and add something to what we've already got, right? With Kane and Son, we want another piece to add. And if Kulusevski could come in and make that kind of an impact, why couldn't Steven Bergwijn? There's obviously something, either it's ability, desire.
I think it's confidence is a huge thing. I think.
I mean, we saw it after that Liverpool game in the Mourinho era. It was like just. The man couldn't hit a barn door. You know what I mean?
And what sucks so bad is he got so much flack for that. And I always harp on this fact, but Kane missed 2 sitters in that match as well. So
top 5 sellies. How can you not love the guy?
Yeah, I love him as well. And
what's up, Ben?
Yeah, I was gonna say, big up, Ben. Thanks for being here, man. I haven't seen you in a long time either.
What is up? Are you feeling better, my friend? Are you feeling better?
I still need to figure out a way for you to send me some coffee. I know it's expensive to send it, but we'll do it, man. I need some of your coffee. But we'll talk about that later. But hope everything's going well for you, Benny boy. Yeah. So okay, and then another question for you, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm here.
Who do we bring in? So we haven't heard much about attacking transfers for attacking players. It's all been to strengthen the defense, which is important. Conte obviously is decided that's very important, but we're going to need some attacking depth if we're going to be playing in the Champions League and the Premier League. And Alan Saint-Maximin is a name that's been I heard today.
Don't make me get wet on this channel because Alan Saint-Maximin is him and Adama have been my dream targets for the past like 2-3 years. And honestly, Saint-Maximin, I've just never felt like that was legit, like ever going to happen. Why would they sell him? Why would Newcastle sell him?
Yeah, they don't really have a reason to. That's a good point.
They don't.
I have a follow-up.
Bring a Neymar.
we don't want you to get wet, but are you okay with like being damp or
moist? I think is the word. Yeah.
If you
Can I
play
have another follow-up
PlayStation or you
question?
play
Human
any kind of
humid.
game mode, my username is always John Stay Moist. So moisture is just a fact of life. It's been one of my favorite play on words since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
People, I remember girls always, oh, John Stamos, John Stamos. And people don't like the word moist over here for some reason.
No one likes the word moist. It's an
I
uncomfortable
don't understand.
Moist.
It's honestly,
It doesn't.
it became one of my
Seriously,
favorite words.
dude, moisture is something you farm on tattooing if you're Luke Skywalker's uncle.
I think it's because of like the onomatopoeia, right? Like because it sounds creepy and in real life it is creepy. If the word that meant moist was like swoosh, then everyone would be like, they'd be comfortable saying the word swoosh all day long, meaning the word moist. But because moist sounds so moist and it means moist, no one likes
John
moist.
Stay Moist, you know what I mean?
But there's so Sean in Japanese and Nihongo. There's so many onomatopoeic words, yeah, like never, slimy, right? But what I want to know is, Jacob, would you wear kinky boots up to above your knees, a little mini skirt, a little tight bra,
What is this?
What?
Where's the stream going?
Aaron,
Would I do what?
I was gonna say we're about. It's probably gonna end this soon. The wheels are coming off, but we gotta stay in the back room and have fun. But
dude, Danny THFC is not here, mate. So and we're talking about onomatopoeia with Jacob. So.
Yeah.
No. I was being sincere. You've just taken it to a weird, dark web level.
A very dark
I'm taking the mic, mate. Dude, I've got a daughter and a granddaughter, man. I'm taking the mic, all right?
You've taken it to a place where the moss grows and where, like...
Dude, you brought up moisture, not me. I wasn't book on. It was you and Jacob talking about lack of moisture.
You
want me to wear a skirt? You said it's something about wearing a skirt.
It was I was just asking him.
He wants to see you in knee-high boots and a short skirt.
He's gone off the stream to go and get himself a kilt. He's got a kilt out.
Lads, come on.
Hey, you guys, I have a question for you guys on the panel and for everybody in the chat.
Sean, you asked me to drink a glass of wine. You see.
Now you're paying the consequence. Now you're paying the consequence.
I didn't ask you to drink 7. I asked you to have.
All right,
I had 2, mate. I had 2.
Real quick, everybody. What do you feel about this? Would you guys be happy to see this come back?
What do I feel about Sean or Jacob?
Oh my god!
Why isn't that your intro to the show?
It's my intro.
Wait. Who filmed that? Was that your mum that filmed you doing that?
My wife. My wife. Yeah. She did a great job. She did a wonderful job. And then Bob did all the editing work and put it together for me. So shout outs to Bob and Beth. But yeah,
it's so good.
You guys think I should bring it back? It's a game show I used to do where we would take Spurs players past and present, and I would pit 2 against each other, and you had to keep one and send one to West Ham. And
yeah. Let's play it. Let's play it right now. Let's play it. Yeah.
We could get a little bit going. Okay. How about Danny Rose or Disco Benny? Why can't Benoit Suakato?
What are we bringing them back at their current age or when they were at their best?
Peak
Danny Rose or peak Suakato?
Yeah, he was pretty good. I feel like people kind of sleep on Suakato.
No, I love Benny, but but Benny played. Actually, both of them played
Danny Rose.
They could. You keep Danny and you send Benny on.
Yeah, that was an easy one. It gets tougher. I like one of my favorite ones to ask people. And this isn't as good as the real show. The real show is hosted by a guy. He looks just like me, but he goes by Buck Funkley. He's a little southern. He's got a bit of twang to his voice.
He's got a sexy mustache. I've seen that thing.
Could you just like? Is there any way
he talks a little? He talks a little bit like this.
Oh shit!
He wants to know whether you think Gareth Bale or Min-jae Son should stay, and which one should go to West Ham.
I like
What
that
the fuck?
Son says.
Yeah, no way. I let Kane and Son go anywhere.
Even with peak Bale.
I love Gareth Bale, but he's already left for another team, so I could deal with him leaving. If Son leaves for another team,
loyalty.
I don't know that I could be okay.
Wait, are you answering? Are you answering in the accent as well? Because we can all do that if we have to.
What are you talking about? I don't have no accent.
Yeah.
Man, y'all crazy. Come on, man.
Jacob's
come on now,
us.
everybody.
He's doing that accent, and I don't know if I can do it, but I'd like to try.
You're doing real good.
It's not bad. It's not bad, Sean.
Sounds real good to me. I think you're doing great. So
your mouth sounds real pretty there, boy.
Oh, you just took it to a whole other level. I love it.
Oh, where'd Aaron go?
So I don't know. He hated it, I guess. I don't think he wants me to bring the show back. I think that's what he's saying.
I love this game. This is a great game.
But yes, so yeah, let's do it. So I think that's a positive reception. I think I'll be bringing the show back. I'll have to pick a day of the week that works for everybody. Yeah, let's bring it back. That was a good reception. I think that was positive. By the way, Curse, big up to you too. Thank you for being here. It's always good to see you, my friend. And then Shy gets the crying laughing. So all right, we're doing it. Buck Funkley is the name of the host of the show, and he'll be back.
Can I be Sean Buckler?
You
Just
can
to, play that role a little bit as a contestant.
Absolutely. I do need a co-host for that show. So if you think you could do it, I mean,
there he is.
Talk to Buck.
Yeah, have a word. See if it's okay. I don't want to like tread on toes or nothing, but like
Hey, I'll talk to him. I'll see what I can do. I think it'll work. I think we could work something out. Also, Aaron's face is here right now, and that's kind of a rarity these days. So
very rare.
Yeah, what's up, my
man? You know when you have to pay for it, brother. Now, Rika and Veda just called me, so I have to.
Hey, Kurt, don't worry. The beard isn't going anywhere. I have to have hair somewhere, or I look like a complete psycho.
The mustache. Bring back the mustache.
Dude,
I would like to see it in stages. I would like you to deconstruct your beard in stages. So just take away like this.
Can you see my 1 week beard at the moment and mustache?
It actually looks good. I can. You grow a pretty good beard.
Dude, it's so itchy. I keep asking people for advice. Like I asked Cody. I asked all these beardy bastards like Mr. K. And like, how the fuck do you deal with this fucking itchiness?
I think that's just like the beginning stage.
Yeah,
I've heard it's just the beginning stage.
Yeah, it is. It'll itch for a couple of days, but it'll go away soon, and then you'll have an awesome beard. So
yeah, no, dude. I already look weird, but I don't want to look weird with a beard. You know what I mean?
You sounded like Dr. Seuss there, and I liked it.
Dude, though, I'm a fucking poet and you don't know it, but yeah.
All right. So one more keeper West Ham question, and I think we're gonna.
Is Gogama still here, or do I have to continue behaving?
Yes,
Gogama.
Oh God, Gogama. Okay. So I have to behave.
All right, you guys. So we can either have Robbie Keane or we can have Berbatov. And one of them's got to go to West Ham.
Robbie Keane.
Robbie Keane going to West Ham or staying?
Leaving.
Okay, you want Berbatov then? I like Berb. The Burbs was good. I like him. Yeah. All right. You guys are good at this. I might have to make it a little more difficult, and maybe Sean and Buck can get together and maybe change things up a bit, add a little more spice to this. But
yeah, a little bit more spice
and put some campfire beans on that thing. Come on.
Oh, baby.
We'll put some bacon into the schoolyard. Yeah.
Well, if you're doing it right, the beans from the campfire have little bacon bits in the jus.
Oh, the jus d'orange.
The jus of the beans, man. You didn't know beans had that. Hey, I know you've traveled the world and you've cooked all types of dishes, Aaron. But when it comes to the bean jus, leave it to the Texans. That's it.
Hey,
the bean jus.
On that note, I think I'm gonna call this episode of whatever this show even is. I'm gonna call it.
Dude, that's not fair, man. I didn't get to answer the question. I just came on. I don't even know what you're fucking talking about, mate.
So you gotta choose. You gotta keep one. Are you gonna keep Robbie Keane, or are you going to keep Berbatov?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you right now, right? In 2 seasons, Robbie Keane and Dimitar Berbatov scored, assisted, and were involved in 82 goals, right? 82, all right?
Okay. It's a big number.
So that is spectacular. In 2 seasons, right? Nobody has broken that for us at Tottenham Hotspur. Until we had, Sonny and Kane. But me, as an Irishman, what do I think of Robbie Keane? Fucking waster, mate. This kid grew up. Don't interrupt me. All right, I'm gonna go Will Stewart here. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I'm talking now. I'm gonna give you some statistics, okay? Right? Like I grew up in Dublin, mate, and I know all about Robbie Keane. That little fucking cunt. Oh, sorry,
you started this.
You can say whatever you want. There ain't no rules here.
How did I start this?
I know,
I didn't start
this. Gogo was here, and she's my little sister. So I freak out sometimes.
She knows. You had a little bit of the no juice. She gets
Dude, like just before anyone.
There's no way that Aaron had his first glass of wine when he asked me, "Should I have a glass of wine?" No chance.
You are quite accurate. Sean. I did have several beers watching the Ireland game, so I just participated.
Hey, look who we got here. look what the cat dragged in.
Chingu!
What is happening?
I don't have my glasses on, so is Will saying, Sean, can you translate that West Virginian peasant accent for me into proper English?
Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna whip up a quick egg for my wife. I will.
We're running a quick egg with some beans and some Texas hot sauce.
What a good husband there.
Wait, but when someone says I'm gonna whip up a quick egg for my wife, like, what does that mean? Because Americans love to have eggs for breakfast. Like, is it scrambled egg?
Showing that's dirty talk in America.
Sean, if it was Bob Spur's TV, then it'd be yeah.
Yeah, but what does
it's Bobby Kane in here, man. I don't have the glasses on, man.
Sean, to be honest, it's probably a fried egg.
Colin, welcome back, buddy.
Fried egg, and how would you have your fried egg? You just have a fried egg by itself?
Well, Jacob's wife goes to the guy next door, the neighbor.
Have a steak.
Fried egg and steak on toast is a great way to have breakfast. Hi, Bobby K. How you doing?
Bobby K. My man.
It's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. It's Bobby. Bobby's coming on. I fucking hate that song, by the way.
Bobby on the show.
We'll get a new one going for you, Aaron. We'll go sing one for Colin. It's gimme a ginger from what? The States? Where the hell are you?
Indiana.
I prefer gimme an Iggy from Italy.
That is a good one. That is
There
good.
you go. Gimme
Aaron,
a
how much have you
ginger
had?
named Colin. He comes from the States and he's got a red beard.
Are you 2 bottles in? Are you 3 bottles in? What? How many?
Nah,
wines have you had?
Sean,
Cases. Aaron's
Sean,
on a case mission.
Sean, I've had about six beers, and and since you told me to have a glass of wine, I've had 2, mate. So yeah, itchy Kogoma, itchy Sanchi.
Sean, I find it funny you asking what you would have eggs with when you got Alexander's in here, man. Steak and eggs, baby.
Yeah.
Always steak and eggs. Alexander, how you doing? Goguma, Colin, Aaron, Jacob. Great to see everybody. How are you, dog?
First wake up, when you first get out of bed.
Always a pleasure.
How's the family, Bobby?
Everybody's well, brother. How are you doing? How's the job going, man? It's so great to see you back. It's been so long.
Dude,
You're all clean,
I know,
all
it's really good to be
aerodynamic and everything. Beards all trimmed.
Yeah,
Look at how pretty and shit.
I had to get all
Pretty. He looks like a fucking Will Jr., man.
Will Jr.
I just went and got my
Will.
beard trimmed today at the
Nice.
barber shop, and
There you go.
in sales you got to look pretty. You got to have
Is that what you're doing now? Your new gig is sales? Good for you, man. Good for you.
IT.
And it's
IT
going well?
sales.
And it's going well?
Going great so far. I'm loving it. It
Fantastic.
took a while. It took literally like all of my time for a while, and that's why I was gone. But I've got to the point now where I'm kind of in a groove and have some free time. So
Brilliant.
I'm
Well,
back.
Colin, you have a new job?
Yeah.
You've been so busy?
That's why he
Yeah.
disappeared on us, Gogumai. He left us.
And work
He
gave
left
me
the
a
virtual
phone.
world
Work
for
gave
the
me a
real
phone,
world.
and I got a new number, and so I didn't have anybody. And I lost everybody's stuff, and so
But Colin, after you messaged me and asked me for a few numbers, I did what I promised I told you I would do. Everywhere I go, any bathroom stall I go into, I make sure I write your number on the stall before I leave.
thank
brother.
you.
For a
thank
good
you.
time, call Colin.
Or for
He's
IT
changed his
for your
number,
IT
though.
needs.
I
For
know,
your
the
IT
new-
needs.
no, but
He's
the new
changed his number.
The new number is the one. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, what?
He
So
messaged me
random
with the-
strangers in restrooms along the I-84
everywhere,
whatever it
everywhere
is.
across Canada and everywhere.
They get Colin's number, but me, I've been texting him for weeks saying, "Are you okay, bro?" and had no response.
That's
There's
terrible.
nobody
Shawnee, I sent you Ollie's number tonight, mate.
Sean, I got you
'Cause
covered, brother.
everywhere
Can't
we
have you
go-
upset.
Everywhere we go, we're Tottenham boys making all the noise. Everywhere we go.
Can I just say one thing I love about being on these streams when Guguma's on and Will's in the chat? There's nothing more exciting than when I grab the language that he's writing in, and I copy it and then put it into Google Translate, and then I get to see secondhand. I get so excited, like those backwards Fs, 2 comments from the top where Guguma's pointing up saying exactly
Backwards F's.
those letters that are like backwards Fs that I now know.
Right
are
on the
Dude,
back.
learn Hiragana or Katakana or Hangul or Kanji.
I'd love to,
Oh,
but I
fuck.
haven't. So I'm calling them backwards Fs, but they are ha ha ha.
Backwards F's.
But now I'm looking.
It's a
now I'm grabbing-
beautiful.
Will has said something in a language, and then he's got the smiley face and the face palm emoji, and I've copied it, and I'm about to put it into Translate, and I have a little game with myself where I predict what it is that he's about to say, and then I find out how close I am to the truth. And I think he's saying,
Oh,
crack-a-lackin',
that-
and actually
Oh
he's
my
saying
God, Goguma's
he's saying everyone got drunk. Not everybody's got drunk, Will. Not everybody's got drunk, bro.
only Sean. Only Sean.
No,
I'm completely sober.
no,
I'm
Yeah,
making
I do have a bit of a hangover. If that counts.
I've been drinking Diet Cokes.
What about
Sean, you were drinking wine on a show at 1
have
p.m.
not
this
touched- I haven't-
afternoon.
I haven't been on a show at 1 p.m. this afternoon. I haven't touched a glass of wine all day.
Yeah,
do
no,
have-
yesterday, and you haven't stopped since.
Yesterday, it's not today.
That was a
is it?
whole different day, Aaron. That's like a whole
Yeah, I know, but
different
Sean's
day,
a 24-hour party
24
people, man. Sean's 24-hour party people,
Yeah,
man.
but he's doing 24/24 on off shift.
Dude,
Now I
he
have-
doesn't
now I-
sleep, man. He just goes to bed in the coffee house and
No.
Yes,
See,
but
now I'm grabbing
that
Guguma's
blew it.
comment, and I know that the first 3 and the last 3 are ha ha ha's, but I don't know what's in between. So I'm about to
what was it? Goga McKin right in here again, or
no, it's saying
please,
ha
or
ha ha.
Cotiana,
Everybody,
because my angle is so bad.
So you figured that out, right?
No, it says ha ha ha. I want to see Bobby get smashed. Okay, let me get a bottle.
No.
Which Bobby? Little Bobby? Little Bob or which one?
What depends-
Yeah. Actually,
Which
that's a
little
good
Bob are you
idea.
referring to, Aaron?
That's a good idea for a show, man. Bring in your little Bobby, okay, with the Maradona haircut. Smash him up, mate.
Yeah, get my 11-year-old drunk on stream. It might be a great
No,
show.
not getting drunk, man. Just smash him, mate.
and Will saying, I don't know, ha ha ha, but certainly Aaron, he's definitely smashed. And then,
Dude,
We
sorry,
we
I
should have
can't
the
see the
stream-
comments.
we should do a
What was
stream
it?
Using
sometime.
Sean?
Google Translate or something?
I'm using Google Translate. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm figuring out. I'm learning Korean via comments between Will and
Yeah. Me and Hamida, you posh prick, Will. I don't speak fluent Korean, okay? So you want to rub that in my face? Yeah.
I
You can eat the dick, mate. I speak more language than you do.
I don't even need to go back to Google Translate to see that Guguma, her latest comment is 3 hearts and 3 laughs. I now know. I'm learning Korean just from
You're
playing this
learning
game.
Korean, Sean.
Yeah, see, she's just laughing and she's saying it's all good anyway. She's got the orange heart, not a red heart or a blue heart, but an orange heart.
Hey,
It's lovely.
Joy, the wheels fell off, man. I've been saying that. It's a wild ride from here on out. You're free to stay, but if you got to go, I get it. But
Or if you want to tell us what you're drinking, that's fine too.
right, yeah.
The question is, who did you bring
know,
in? So, did you bring cider? Did you bring wine? Did you bring rum? Which friend did you bring to the party?
VR chat.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm just gonna make a quick prediction. I haven't yet. Will said something new. I think that Will's comment. I haven't yet done it. I think that it finishes with the ha ha ha. I'm pretty sure that it's going to reference. It's going to somehow play on the fact that he knows now that I am checking. So it's going to be somewhat related, maybe to me. And I'm gonna take the gamble and see what it says.
I
And it
say not
actually
translate.
says-
Let's just. This is the new game. Let's just pretend we can translate what he's saying.
He's saying Aaron is too drunk to even shake his head.
Dude, I understand Hangul, okay? There's only 24 characters in Hangul. I understand hiragana, katakana, all right, romanji. I understand the English alphabet. I've learned to read and write in all of them, okay? So
What
24.
I want to know is, Will, do you actually know this language perfectly so you can write it like that, or do you just go to Google Translate and say what you want to say in English
he speaks
and then
it
translate?
too.
I know you do. I know you do.
Will is very
It's
good
actually quite
Korean, by the
impressive.
way. He's very good Korean.
No, I know he speaks it
Yeah,
fluently,
it's
but I just
impressive.
wonder whether
He's not fluent, but he's adequate. I would say statistically he's about, well, I don't know, 65%.
I'm gonna start.
I know he knows a hell of a lot more
Bobby,
than I do.
Bobby
that's
K,
for sure.
I have a question for you, sir.
Yes, brother. Yes.
So Tottenham, we've been linked with a lot of defensive players, and we got
Yeah, man.
Perisic in.
Yep.
Great, you
Yep.
know.
Good start.
What are we gonna do offensively? I mean, we're losing Steven
Will,
Bergwijn.
fuck you, mate. It's my phone. I'm not on a fucking
Question.
like. Sorry, go on. Sorry, everybody.
That's good, Colin.
Will, it's not my hand or my fucking head shaking. I'm holding a phone, all right, from a meter away from my head, mate. Okay, so turn off my fucking camera.
It's all good, Aaron.
It's all good, Aaron. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Fine,
love you,
buddy.
man.
Not to
We're glad
worry.
you're here. All is good. I don't like to do shows if you're not here. If that tells you anything.
Colin's such a nice guy. Now, Colin, to answer your question, I'd like to, on the attacking front, obviously, backup striker is number one priority as far as I'm concerned. Now that Dybala Weghorst is a good shout. I think I've always liked him. You know, the fact that they've gone down. Scamacca, I think, is going to be a hard pull, though. Like, you know, the other guys that we've been talking about. You know, Stick was my number one, but obviously he signed a new contract. That's not happening. So, what's the Isaac is the other one we've been linked to, and then I wouldn't even mind seeing somebody like Tony come in. You know, older guy that's Premier League proven. Because at the end of the day, whoever comes in knows they're going to be playing shadow role. Do you guys really see us going to a 3-5-2 kind of thing unless we get that second superstar striker in and
I mean,
proper
there's been talk of Lukaku, which is crazy. But Kane and Lukaku up front would be
fuck no. No way.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
His
No.
first touch is
Conte,
god awful.
But you look at Conte's system where Lukaku actually flourished in. It was with Martinez. So he likes the big man, small man kind of thing. So you've got the one speedster kind of thing to kind of play off the big man that you hopefully will get the headers and everything. So that's why Martinez, I would rather, if we could get
go for a player
that'd
more
be
Martinez's ilk.
Yeah, hell yeah. Or somebody pacey like that. I obviously, because he's Canadian, I'm going to have a little special affection for him.
David.
But Jonathan David, man, hell yeah. He's quick. He's lightning. He's got a good touch. He can flick the ball up there and everything. And what the hell is what is that?
Aaron,
Sean's now going Korean on us.
Well, I've been learning.
Aaron, please come back. I hope you're still watching. We'd love to have you back, Aaron.
What happened to Aaron whilst I was learning Korean? What happened?
While you were learning Korean,
he bounced, but I hope he comes back. I think he will. But those are all really good shouts. I'm just worried.
Bobby knows a lot of players.
And that's awesome because that's sort
that's
of where I
watching
lack.
all you guys, honestly, Goguma. You know what I mean? It's Sean and his show.
No, I don't know that
David,
many
Will,
all.
all these guys. No,
I know Spurs.
Their shows and talking and me, kind of prying myself more in this community. And honestly, I'll be honest, it's Big J. It's Big K. Jay is constantly telling me about players and saying we're linked to this guy, or oh, Dad, we should get this guy. Even Little K, he's really good. And as crazy as it sounds, most of his knowledge comes from playing FIFA. But I think a lot of these media guys are getting their information from FIFA too when you read some of this crap. So it's kind of funny though. It is what it is. But
I actually remember there was a team that was using Football Manager to help with their scouting. And that might have just been a rumor, but I heard that there was a team in like a lower division, one of the lower tiers of English football.
Mate, some teams appoint people who play Football Manager.
Yeah, there you go. Probably, I wouldn't doubt that.
There's a team in Bulgaria, I think, if I can remember, who employed one.
I wonder if it worked out for him. That's an interesting idea, for sure. But yeah, Bobby, I'm just worried because we haven't heard much on the attacking front, and we know we're losing Stevie B, and
that's not confirmed though. That's just the offer was rejected, so who knows what's happening with that.
But he wants to leave, and like his comments.
Blame him? Look how well the guy does when he goes for Holland. He scores.
Right.
We give him a few minutes, he scores. For some reason, he's doing something that's just not getting him into the starting 11. Is that because Sonny is there? Is that why he'll never kind of, push that aside? Is it because now with Decky on the right-hand side that he's not going to get the shouts because they're, significantly better or at least a little bit better than him? It's heartbreaking because now, especially with the fact that we've got more competition to worry about, we need to be building our squad and making it deeper, not thinner. We need to really hold on to a player like that because he could be the difference maker when we're playing those, Carling Cup or Carabao Cup or whatever it's going to be called this year, Red Bull Cup or games, and then the FA Cup, and then now with Champions League and everything. We need rotation, man. We seriously cannot rely on this squad to get deep in these competitions and then try to pull it off in the final with what we have because we just don't have the depth, man. As much as we love our players, our starting 11 is not up to snuff. Every single one of us and every single one of these shows has said we would replace this player, this player, this player, this player, this player. Every single player we would pretty much replace except for Kane and Son. Even Decky, there's been some calls for names on that side as well. So
I wouldn't replace Hugo.
But I'm just saying there's shouts out there, Jacob, that we're saying we're at the point where, with him being at the age he's at, we've got to start looking into building the future behind him kind of thing. So if it's
Conte saying any of this, I trust it. I believe it. I'm down with it. I fully buy in. If it's anybody other than Conte, I have a hard time. If Conte said, "Hey, we need to replace XYZ," honestly, we're replacing the whole alphabet. So,
but that's kind of what we've already said. When he turns around, he says, "I need 6 players." To me, when he says he needs 6 players, he's not talking about I need 6 bench warmers.
He sees 6 holes in our starting 11.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which means those 6 now become our squad and our rotational players, which let's face it, all of us here could give a list of 6, and I don't doubt 4 out of the 6 we would all have the same name.
Adama Traore, you're right.
No, I'm just
my
saying in the
God.
terms of the 6 that we need to
Sorry.
shelf.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Premature. Sorry.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that being said, who would you like to see shoot up on the right-hand side? Huh? You see what I did there? Shoot up. Huh?
They shoot all up and down the right side.
I mean,
Get all over that right side.
I'm happy with our right side right now, but I know that we
Emerson Royale? You don't want to upgrade the Emerson Royale?
No, it's world class.
Well,
Not just- not just-
we'll have
face when he said that.
we'll have the Irish Cafu back soon. So
Yeah, but is he better
Bro,
than?
okay,
Emerson?
I have a question. Is his injury, I was under the impression that his injury was like a 12-month thing. Because that type of injury, like American football players that I've witnessed live in my eyes, with that same injury to that ligament, I remember looking it up, and it was a 10 to 12-month recovery. So that put him still coming back after the January transfer window. So for me, I think we're kind of screwed, and we definitely need like a legit starter like a Perisic on the right. You know what I'm saying? We need.
Oh, you think he's out for the entirety of the first half of the season?
I see it. I do. Unless I didn't understand his injury, but to still see him fully leg casted up with the arm supports, to me that signals like
When
that.
when did you see that?
The last game of the season, or the last home game of the season, he was walking with Eric Dier or Harry Kane or something like that.
Yeah.
And he was crutching around, and I was like,
Yeah, he'll be out.
damn,
He'll be
like
out. He won't start. He won't make the start of the season for sure. Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, Skip.
Yeah. What about
Wait.
Skip?
yeah,
Will he be
Skip's
back?
awesome.
Will he be back?
I don't know. No one fucking knows what his injury is. Even the medical top doctors didn't know what his injury was. Right?
he had surgery in LA, right? I remember he said that on a pregame thing that the Tottenham did on their Twitter. He had said that he had just gotten back from LA and he had a successful surgery and all this, and he was standing there on the set, like on the side of the pitch where they do their pregame interviews. So I think Skip should be good, but also we have a lot of good. If we bring in one more midfielder to compete with Bentancur, I think then you got solid competition between Højbjerg and Skip, and you got solid competition with Bentancur and whoever else we bring in. I think the other immediate positions is left center back, right wing back, obviously, and then I would start looking to like maybe get some competition for Kulu.
What do you think? We talked about Raheem Sterling before. What do you feel about that, Jacob?
You asking me?
Yes.
I was asked this on another stream, and he is an athlete. He's a great player. I don't want him. He's Man City. I have a hard time getting over the fact that he plays for Man City and he thinks he's hot shit because he plays for City. And I don't like any of them City boys, honestly. I wouldn't take any of them on my squad.
You're a country boy. You don't like them City.
Yeah, ain't no City folk around these parts coming
I
around
love the way
here
the
anymore.
accent came out when you had to say, "I don't like no city boys."
I told them the Man City. There's something
Before
about
that,
it. I just don't.
It's all nice and it's like a Bentancur and everything. So for Wucci, with the Barici,
Oh,
all of
but
a
it's
sudden, Ben, and all of a sudden, I don't like them city boys.
I'll tell
I
you
love
what.
it. I love it, Jacob. I fucking love it. I
My-
love
my
the way
wife-
you say Bentancur. I love it. And all of a sudden,
My in-laws actually give me a hard time. They say when I drink or when I get angry and animated is when my country accent comes out.
Where are you from? Where are you from, mate?
I'm from Texas. I was born in
What about
Dallas.
Texas? I fucking love Dallas. I've been there like 25 times. I love Dallas. Love
Yeah,
it.
Dallas is a great place. The whole Metroplex is great, really. I grew up there most of my life. I also lived a little bit in Colorado, but
That's also a great
my
place.
mom was from here where I'm at right now in El Paso, which is like as West Texas as you can
I've been
get.
to El Paso. I had the best time in El Paso, actually. I thought it was great.
Man, I love it more than Dallas.
Englishman, walking into a local bar in El Paso, Texas, I was like hot property. It was like, who the fuck is this guy? And like they were like, they couldn't figure me out. I loved it. It was awesome.
Los gringos? Yeah, man. They like having fun with me, and I'm just a big dude.
American.
Yeah, they like having fun with me. They call me güerito and shit like that. So, I mean, which pretty much to my knowledge means like blondie, like whitey, like bleachy, and it's all good and fun. This is a great place to raise a family. That's why I like it more in Dallas right now, just because like
where you are right now.
I don't know, but it feels probably about like 82, 81. That's Fahrenheit. I don't know what Celsius.
That's what it is. It's 84 here in Indiana today. So
yeah, it's not. Honestly, the Metroplex is pretty like hot, humid, especially around this time of year, before and after summer. During summer, shit, it's just really bad, like humid wise.
Indiana sucks in all the ways. We get all the weather. We get the really hot summers. We get the snow. We get it all, baby.
I'm thinking about
this is a windy
Cycle
America.
I'm thinking about getting. I've got a Peloton bike, right? You might be able to sit here. See this bike here? It's not just the clothes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just getting into it, even though it's like shit. No, I'm thinking about just flying to New York in like April of next year, and then just getting a bike for like $1,200 or whatever, and then just joining with these people that just cycle, and then just keep going like 80 miles a day. And I'm just going to go all the way across to California. And I think I'm going to take the southern route and go through and just spend like 80 miles cycling and then 4 hours drinking, wake up the next day, cycle for 80 miles, and then pitch up at some other town, get a bed, a motel somewhere, and then just drink, and then get up the next day and cycle it off, and then just drink some more. I think it'd be fucking brilliant.
Speaking of drinking, I think that for my next stream we need to have like a minimum, like a drink minimum before you can join. And I thought
that was the rule anyway. Is that not the community rule? Is that why I've always been like ridiculed for being drunk? I was always working on the presumption that everybody was drinking all the time.
Maybe I missed it, but no.
Is that why I'm known as the alcoholic on the community? Okay, fucking hell, I didn't realize that. I mean, I thought that was.
I'm just glad it's not me anymore. That was what I was known for a while.
Hey, at least you were known as something in the community.
That's right, Jacob. You'd rather be something, even if it's bad, than nothing at all.
Hey, Jerry Jones, multi-billionaire owner of the Dallas Cowboys, said, "Any news is good news, even if it's bad news." Because they're still talking about you, you know?
Yeah, is that what do you reckon Stell read that his autobiography and then took that as his playbook recently?
I think.
Hey, Hotspurious, what's up, man? Glad to have you here.
I'm
Hotspurious.
Right, that's an awesome name.
Love that name.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Yeah, Hotspurious is a great name.
One of the best names. Love it.
Oh, he's in Washington D.C.
Fair.
There's a lot of lizards in Washington D.C.
You know, do you believe in the lizard people, Sean?
100% I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the DC's crawling with them, buddy.
Yeah.
Be careful when you cycle through there. There's also those,
we got all
what are they called?
People.
Do you know what? I've been a conspiracy theorist since like circa 1999 when I was like 16, 17. A friend of mine said, you got to read this book by David Icke called The Biggest Secret. And I read it and I was like, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
David Icke, for sure.
And then 2001 happened, and I was like, hang on about. I'm pretty sure this book that I read a couple of years ago predicted all this shit. And I got into it, right? And 20 years later, I'm still into it massively. But
what's the guy's name? Nah, I'm just looking him up.
David Icke.
David Icke is like the UK's equivalent of like Alex Jones, but he's a little bit even out there more. He brings in he believes that like angels or demons or whatever, they're not religious things, they're just aliens from different solar systems, and that reptilians are this commonly found, I don't know what you want to call them, commonly found like civilization in out there in the solar systems of the world. But
ask Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he believes all that shit. But long story short, I was in Australia back in like 2016, and my best friend's best friend he went through some sort of like awakening or some weird shit where he used to be able to like he would say, oh, like I can tell you right now that the winner of this horse race, this is this one, right? And then the next one is that one, and he was spot on to the point where it was spooky and scary. And I was like, how the fuck do you know this stuff? He's like, I promise you, man, I'm getting information. And long story short, he caught me when we were drunk one night. He looked at me and went, shit, man, you've got like a giant reptilian that's like hanging off of your aura. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like you got like I can see your aura, and there's this like massive reptile that's like basically just hanging off your back of your head. I was like, fuck off, bro. What are you talking about? And he was convinced that he could see into other dimensions. And I swear to God, he said to me, Sean, you've got to get out of America. Because I was on holiday. I lived in New York, and I was on holiday in Australia. And he was like, you have to get out of New York. That place is crawling with these fucking weird entities. And one of them is hitching a ride off of your soul, essentially. And I was like, well, that's comforting. That's the most weirdest thing I've ever heard. And
maybe one of those had Kane at the beginning of the season, and that's why.
I already get weird with it, like but just considering you asked Jacob, I thought I'd go there. But
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember the name of the word, but there's a word for like something vampire. It's some kind of vamp. Like they literally suck the energy and like the
Parasite.
life out of you.
like a parrot, like a yeah.
Okay,
But it's not so physical. It's more so like energy.
Yeah.
Like they.
We've hit
they suck the
the
life force.
3 hour mark. We've hit the 3 hour mark, so I think it's
Let's go
time to end
backstage.
this.
Let's go backstage and talk.
Yeah,
about this.
so we'll end this, but I want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you,
Welcome
everyone.
back, buddy. Good to have you back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so good to be back and to be welcomed by so many people like in the chat. I feel truly humbled and thank you guys so much for all being here. And if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe to my channel for more of this insane stuff.
You'd be foolish not to.
Right.
You-
You'd be just, I didn't even say foolish. I think you'd just be stupid.
Stupid.
But-
yeah, I was trying to be nice. Hey,
no
your
rules.
your first show in a while, right? So I thought, ease them into it, right?
I'll just jump. No, they just got to know the real me.
Yeah.
But
All right, well, then
everyone-
fucking hit the like and subscribe button, people. What the shit?
yeah, motherfuckers.
What,
All right.
what are they shit? You all, what are the fucking shit?
I think I'm gonna close this out with my very first ever intro. So
Leave you out, steak in, steak, steak, steak,
Come on,
steak,
you winners!
steak, steak,
Leave
steak,
you out.
steak, 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 steak.
That's great.